Mystery's gonna stall.
Stall, my friend.
Stall!
Can you stall?
Do more stalling! That's what they say.
Oh my god, it's stall.
Real mystery, more like real staller! Cause that's what he does, is just stall! I can't see the stream, so, like, I'm probably talking into the void of the infinites. For all I know. I don't even know if he hit the go live button. Did he hit the go live button? Am I talking to myself? I'm probably talking to myself. No, I'm not. Oh, monetization. There's an ad. What? This is awkward. Hi, Kylie. Oh,
Yeah.
You're struggling to get in your seat there, buddy.
Wait, what'd you say?
The stream made it look like you were kind of struggling to get in your seat there.
I was struggling to get my seat there.
Are you like hopping over something? Is there like a badger down there or something?
There is. There's a badger right next to me.
You got a pet badger?
Badger? Badger? We don't need no stinking badgers. Do you know what that's from?
No.
It's from a movie called UHF.
Oh.
It's like my favorite comedy of all time, Weird Al Yankovic. It's like his movie back in the 80s. He made it. It's really funny. I mean, the whole thing's like a parody of a whole bunch of other movies and TV shows.
It's literally called UHF.
Yeah, it's literally called UHF, but it's very, very. It's like my favorite. It might literally be my favorite comedy of all time, movie wise.
Nice.
You know. Whoa, music. Not ready for you, sir. Okay, why am I not seeing chat? Come on, chat.
Chat's there. Chat's talking. Chat's doing things. They're saying hello.
Hello.
They're saying hello.
This was working last week. It's not working this week, which is
it's popping up on the layout.
Annoying.
That was pretty on point. Yep. Okay.
What do you think? How'd I do?
I think you did absolutely fan-freaking-tastic.
Wow, that's so positive.
I hope so. I believe that I believe the large consensus of the chat seems to be they're up for it. But then the other half is just like, nope, I'm out, unsubbing.
That's usually how it works. That's usually how it works. Just doing a couple last minute things. No, I did not start it yet.
Oh, okay. I heard something about music, and then you were just like, okay.
Just trying to write down some notes here.
You're writing notes down?
Yeah, you know,
You're doing physical notes.
I'm so done. Silly Goose, thank you for the gifted sub to Just Shady TV, who just unsubscribed but now is resubbed because of Silly Goose.
She's forcing him to
You're trapped.
Well done, Silly Goose Lesto. Well done.
Got him.
That's super funny. I tried. Yeah, you did. You really did.
All right, I'm all set. You all set, buddy?
I am as set as I can be, all things considered. Might have to put my phone on mute, though.
Oh, you getting blown up, dude? Popular, Mr. Popular.
Yeah, I'm getting blown up with that emergency situation that I was telling you about earlier.
Popular. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Push the button that starts the boss battle music. Let's go. Fantastic. Great timing. Great timing. I think is he adding? Are you adding something? Alright.
Yeah, dude. I'm adding to it.
Like, were you sprinting for a mile and you're just like, you know, like the Halo Reach Spartan sprint where he just sprints like 5 feet and he's like.
Do you remember the Red versus Blue? Do you remember the Red versus Blue episode where Church? Is it Church who's running? I forget who it's running, but the sound effect that they gave for him sprinting real hard was. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
All right,
I do. Yes, I do remember. What are we talking about?
Red versus Blue, dude. Remember that show? Remember when that was popular?
Red versus the one. That's the show that starts with a dun 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 dun. Exactly.
What a catchy theme.
It really was. Wasn't it? Wasn't there like there was a band that did that, right?
The Trocaderos.
Is that who did that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did all the music for them.
Did you say Crocaderos?
The Crocaderos. No, the Trocaderos, I believe. Let me look it up.
Who did the Red versus Blue theme?
Yeah, Trocadero.
Was it Trocadero?
Trocadero, bro.
Oh, it was Trocadero. Yeah.
Trocadero.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, that's the one.
I know what I'm talking about sometimes.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's what you said.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I said.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the Red Spartan Halo podcast. I'm DaddyTrax. This is RealMistry, and for some reason, I'm doing an intro. What's going on? What am I doing
so derailed. We have to get back on the rails.
What am I doing right now? Real quick, I want to plug our Discord. Join our Discord. You can find the link for that in the live chat right now during the live stream. You can also find it in the show notes or the description or wherever you find this thing. By the way, our live stream, we stream this podcast live every Wednesday night, pretty much. YouTube, no, twitch.tv/Red Spartan Podcast. So go ahead and follow that. Click notifications on so that way you get alerted every time we go live. I only go live to do this podcast, so you're not going to get hit with a bunch of notifications. What else is going on? Follow us on TikTok Red Spartan Podcast. We have back-to-back. Okay, ready for this? What? 4 videos of our last 8 have over 10,000 views. It's pretty cool.
4 videos
of the last 8
of the last 8
have over 10,000 views.
Have over 10,000. So 10,000 sets of eyes have seen the last 4 out of 8 videos.
Yeah.
Is that a pretty good, accurate description of what you're talking
Yeah, last week we have one video that has almost 85,000 views. The next day, a video that hit 11.6 thousand views. Yesterday, I posted a video that's almost at 70,000 views. And today, I posted a video that's almost at 20,000 views. How cool is that?
Okay. All right. That's really cool. How much did it cost you?
I am insanely offended by that question. I'm insanely offended by that question. Oh, my God. First off, I've looked up about promoting TikToks. I looked it up. I was like,
oh, really?
Well, yeah, look, you know, to boost our name out there. Okay. I'm a fan of finding all ways to do that, right? So I looked into it. It costs way too much money to boost your thing out there. It's much easier to just learn how to put together a good video and then keep doing that rather than actually boosting a video. The amount of money that I would have had to have spent to get, let's say, 20,000 views, like that video that I posted today. I think it's somewhere. It might cost almost like $100, if not more, to do that. And so it's just not worth it. Like, what are you gonna do that every day? You know?
Just gonna give TikTok $100.
Yeah, I'd rather I'd rather just try and make videos that people like. You know, that seems to be working better for me. So.
Yeah, that does sound pretty counterproductive if you're just spending hundreds upon hundreds of dollars just, you know, getting there.
Yeah, and just because you're getting views doesn't mean that
people that may not even like some of those videos.
Correct. No, I'm not saying I'll never do that. It just right now I don't think that really made sense. The one area that I would be interested in advertising though is on Spotify. We have a lot of our audience comes from Spotify. And so,
really?
Yeah, and so a lot, like, you know, rolling a short little ad while people are listening to music and like, hey, sorry for interrupting, but if you like Halo, come hang out with us. Yeah, I think that wouldn't be. I think that's something I would feel better about.
Do you think you actually listen to those ads though on Spotify?
I think if the ad starts and it goes, hey, sorry to interrupt your music, but real quick, we're talking Halo, and if you're interested in Halo, come follow us at the Red Spartan Podcast. We hope that you enjoy it and give it a listen. I think something like that would be more likely to get somebody's attention than like, we are the Red Spartan Halo Podcast. Listen on blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like I think something that's like
VR sounds in the background go.
Red Spartan Halo Podcast.
In the background, you can have that exact. What are those? All those words that you say, like the sheesh and like I don't know, like all that stuff in the background.
Exactly.
That would definitely attract attention. I know what you're talking about, guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I see, like, whenever I hear something that sounds like too produced, I automatically tune it out. I tune it out. I do. I automatically tune it out. But I think like a nice little short little something, you know, I'd be willing to do that.
It should be like this really generic, like, hello. We talk about Halo.
Hey, what's up? Sorry to interrupt
podcast,
your yeah, exactly. Sorry to interrupt your music, but it seems like you've fallen into the demographic of people who might like a Halo podcast, and we do a Halo podcast, and we think you might like it, so come hang out.
Are you listening to the Halo album right now on Spotify? If so, you might like listening to the podcast called the Red Spartan Halo Podcast.
Yeah, even that.
Where we talk nothing but Halo.
Even that, I think it's
other things, but Halo.
Even that,
and other things too.
I think people would tune out like even that voice, you know, not your voice, but like the radio voice. This is an advertisement. Bye. It's like, oh my god. I mean, but look, you know, people do it. Someone's got to be making it work. But anyway, I don't know what we were talking about there. Yeah, TikTok. So go over and check out our TikTok. We are currently at 664 followers. We're almost at the devil's number. But once we hit 1,000, I can live stream on TikTok and we can hang out more. So go give that a follow if you're not already doing it.
That's 1,000 with 3 zeros.
Yes.
That number with the 1, comma, and 3 zeros.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
What'd you say? 664?
Yeah. I see somebody in the chat, Rabble says, TikTok views are meaningless. Views could even if the person swipes away instantly. Yeah, so the thing is, like, if somebody swipes away instantly, then TikTok goes, okay, we're not going to push this out to people. So if it's reaching that many people, that's because there's a lot of people who are actually watching the video and watching it over and sharing it and enjoying it. So you don't get to 90,000 views on a video where anybody who was watching it is just, like, swiping away. Like, I get what you're saying, but it's not complete. So yeah, there we go. All right. This is the last podcast before 2022, Mystery.
Before 2022, so we're going to repeat 2020?
Oh, you're funny. You're funny. I did not get that at first. You're funny. You're funny. I got angry a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh my god.
Was it that bad?
No, it was fine. I thought that was actually pretty funny. I don't know if that's the year I would want to repeat.
Well, I mean, that's the joke, right? It's 2022. Like 2022.0.
I would be a fan of not doing that year again. I think everybody would be a fan of not doing that year again. I think that year was, I will say, there was one thing that was really nice about 2020. And that was driving to work as a postal worker. When COVID was first hitting, it was very easy to get to work very quickly. It normally takes me like 30 minutes. I think I got my time down to like 15 on the best day.
You got 15 minutes more sleep, didn't you?
No one was on the road. No one was on the road. It was very nice to just You ever drive and you're just like, I wish these people weren't in front of me? That's what happens when COVID was happening. So.
Oh, I see.
Not that it's not still happening. I know. Get off my back. Just saying, when it was first happening and everybody was in their closet.
Yeah, is your back feeling okay?
My back?
Yeah.
From being an essential hero?
Sure.
I don't know what you mean.
You said get off my back. And I was just like, do you have the whole weight of the world on your back?
No, there's just some people on my back, you know.
Oh, just some people on your back.
Yeah. Some good things about 2020. Well, then I better
get off that thing, well, shouldn't I? Yeah, I just yeah.
We started our podcast in 2020.
Yeah. You started the podcast in 2020 with Jimmy.
Yeah.
But Mystery didn't join until 2021.
That's true. That's
very true.
That's why this was a much better year.
Now now you say that 2020 was a not so good year for most people. For me, I'd say 2020 was a pretty good year.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I think for me personally, I think 2020 was a bit more of a blessing in disguise for me than most people would say. Rabel's already pointed out in chat, 2020 is when he found me on Twitch. So it was good that way for him. I've made some friends, throughout the year of 2020, streaming on Twitch. And 2020 was also the year that I started growing a little bit more on Twitch.
Hey.
In general, right? So there's that. I started deviating from work at the theater kind of thing, because that's all I was doing at the time was just working at the theater 24/7.
Okay.
Didn't have time to work on the Twitch stream. Didn't have time to work on YouTube stuff. Didn't have time to do all that stuff. And 2020 was that year where I did.
Wow.
So for me, 2020 was a blessing in disguise.
Well, you know what? I think that's good that you thought that it was a blessing in disguise. It was the year that I stopped streaming, so you and I kind of had an opposite situation there.
I was stuck at work all the time, and now you're stuck at work all the time. So maybe 2020 2.0 could be the mix, the good mix for both of us, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lot that happened in 2022 for me.
You wouldn't be surprised?
Nah.
I wouldn't be. At the rate we're going for 2021's ending, it seems like, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Yeah, 2021 I felt like was a little quiet for me personally.
Oh, okay. So you want to start 2022 with a big bang?
I'm not saying I want to start it with anything. I just think it's inevitable.
Oh.
You like how I got kind of dark and raspy there?
Yeah, you sounded like, you sounded like Thanos. I don't know if you realize this, but you sounded like Thanos.
Did I?
I am inevitable, and then...
I never watched Avengers
right.
Infinity War or Endgame.
That is one of those things that he says is I am inevitable.
I am inevitable.
That's what I mean. You inadvertently said it.
Whenever I hear the word inevitable, though, I think of The Matrix.
Really?
The end is inevitable, Mr. Anderson. Yeah.
Really?
Mr. Anderson. Humanity is a disease.
The new one came out.
Yeah. Well, I've heard mixed reviews about it. What do you think?
I've heard bad reviews of it. I haven't
really?
heard I've only heard one person say that it was a good movie so far.
I've heard some people say that it was really good, and some people say it was absolute trash. And I don't know.
Really?
I also heard that the movie shitted on itself. In the first 30 minutes, I heard that they make a whole bunch of references to basically Warner Brothers forcing them to make this movie, and they're whatever. If we don't make it, then they're gonna have somebody else make it, and if somebody else makes it, it's gonna be trash. So we're gonna make it.
Oh, so it was something meta?
Yeah, it sounded like a meta kind of message.
Oh my lord!
Because they even mentioned Warner Brothers by name. I heard.
That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Huh.
They were. I don't exactly understand the movie because I didn't see it, but apparently they are making a game or something like that, and basically they say our parent company Warner Brothers is making us make a sequel even though we don't want to, but they said that they're going to have somebody else do it if we don't do it, so we're going to do it. Is basically what they said in the movie. So apparently they're shitting all over Warner Brothers.
That's so interesting. That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
I think I vaguely know of this video game-esque storyline just because I had to deal with a D-box seating concern at the time, and so I was listening in on like I guess a little bit of one of the conversations that were going on, and yeah, they were talking about like the Matrix being a game that was developed or something by I think Keanu Reeves' character, and they want to continue it. So I don't know. That's as much as I heard.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Sister Trax in the chat says totally worth watching. So maybe
okay.
Maybe we check it out. Paige says it was meh.
Well, that's just okay.
That's what I mean. See, some people liked it, some people did not. So who knows? I think if you're expecting it to be like, here's also the other thing that people forget: the third Matrix was kind of meh, right? The second Matrix was kind of like, huh? The first Matrix is an amazing self-contained movie.
Right.
So, you know, seemed par for the course for Matrix movies usually, for like generally.
For
if it was like
sequels,
yeah, the sequels haven't been like, you had one really solid movie, and
lightning in a bottle.
I liked the second movie and the third movie. Even at the time, people were like, the third movie sucks. I didn't think it sucked. I didn't know what the problem was, honestly. I saw it and I was like, I don't think that this sucks.
I don't remember the second and third movie.
Yeah, I don't. I remember liking them and then hearing everybody say that they didn't like them, and I was just like, you know what? I don't care what anybody says. I enjoyed them, so I'm just gonna enjoy them.
And that's a good way of thinking about it, right?
I think so. Like
if you enjoy it, then keep enjoying it. You'll attract other people that also enjoy it,
right?
And you guys can talk about it.
Just because there's other people who don't feel similarly, and even if the general consensus out there is like, oh, this game was trash or this movie's trash. Like, if you enjoyed it, like, don't think you're wrong. It's just you enjoyed it. It's just a feeling.
Right. Yeah. That is something that people do have to get into. It's just like you are allowed to like things that are not liked in society, or particularly liked in certain society.
Yeah. And the opposite. Things, if you like
within reason. Like, it's not like I'm telling you to go off and murder people because you like it, you know? Like, no, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, well, that's good. Hello, FBI agent. How are you today?
Wait, you see what I mean? Oh, shit. Somebody knocking on my door? Hold on.
Hello? Dad? Oh, FBI agent? Hi.
You want to talk to me about something? Wait, why do they have why are they telling me? What?
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing you're not allowed to do is not like Halo, though. That's probably the only thing.
Oh, that's the only thing.
Yeah, this is a Halo podcast, so you know.
Oh shit! Oh, no wonder why you got rid of Jimmy.
Yeah, well, yeah, you'll notice people who don't like Halo slowly start disappearing in my life. FBI agent, you heard that? Yeah, all the people who are closest to me who don't play Halo anymore, I don't talk to them anymore. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, the truth is, I've kind of stopped talking to everybody, but it also stands that all the people who don't like Halo, I've stopped talking to. So, real quick, my past week has been
I can agree with this.
We finished up Christmas, and today was a very long day because everybody and their sister decided to call out from work. Tomorrow's gonna be a very long day.
Call out as in call in sick?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
One
of those days, eh?
And then, of course, leading up to Christmas, there's just tons of packages every single day. Oh, sorry. And so, like, today wasn't as bad. It was just I had a 2-hour piece, which means I had a third of somebody else's route. Basically because people are just, like, calling in sick. So, you know, makes for a very long day, and I'll probably have that for the rest of this week. But, yeah, so work has not been so great. I got further in the Halo campaign. I can't wait to talk about it. And I even started playing Pokemon Shining Diamond. I don't know if anybody has Pokemon Shining Pearl.
Oh, you wait, isn't it Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl?
Thank you, Brilliant Diamond.
Okay.
I am really enjoying it, and I really like it, and I never played Gen 4 when I was a kid, so I'm actually really enjoying my playthrough so far on the Nintendo Switch. So if anybody plays Pokemon and has Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, I don't know how to trade Pokemon and stuff like that, but I do want to complete like the Pokebank for all the Pokemon. Like, that's still kind of like
Bank? Is that even possible?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can basically get all the Pokemon.
Are you sure? Because some of those mythical Pokemon are not even available.
Ready for this? You can get the mythical Pokemon in Pokemon Go by doing some challenges and some quests, and then you can transfer them to Let's Go Pokemon, or Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, and then from there transfer them to the Pokebank.
Right, but not all of the Pokemon are available on Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu.
No. So Pokemon Go, the mobile game, you can get all the mythical Pokemon. Then you can.
The way I understand that, sorry, the way I understand that is, Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu only has like the Kanto Pokemon in them, no?
Yeah, but you can transfer the mythical Pokemon to those.
Okay, so they still have the character models even though they're not available in that game at all?
Great question. Okay, now I'm getting messed up. But I saw on the internet that that's a way to do it. Maybe whatever the thing is where you can transfer them from Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu into the Pokebank or the Pokenet or whatever it's called now, you can also transfer from Pokemon Go, so you can do that for the mythical Pokemon. I forget. Kylie in the chat says that just Shady knows, so I'm gonna ask him about it. But I'm trying to get it all. I'm trying to get them all. I'm trying to catch them all.
All right.
Yeah. So there we go. How has your gaming and your work life been in the last week? Real mystery.
My work life has been just stressful. It's stressful. It's stressful. Every day there's something new. Every day.
Yeah, I hear you.
With all of the new, like, the COVID restrictions and the government mandates and the public health, this, that, and the other, like, I don't know, we're just constantly having to adapt to something different and be the villain of everyone's story and so on and so forth. And shenanigans. We actually do have a couple of cases at our theater that has started. That's become a thing. We just got an email
of COVID?
today. Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So one of our we have one of our employees that have tested positive today, and we got the email earlier just before the podcast. So that's why we're partially late. I had to deal with a little bit of phone calls and texts and such, because for some reason people thought it would be a good idea to talk to Mystery and get some information out of Mystery about whatever it is that the managers are talking about.
I hope that everybody there is safe. I hope that everybody there turns out to be just okay, even if they have it. And I will keep them in my thoughts and prayers, sir.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I was working the same day that person was working, so here's...
Well, let us know. If you drop dead, what should I do? Can I have your Xbox?
You want my Halo 5 Xbox?
Nah, I don't want your Xbox.
Oh.
Can I have your computer?
You want my computer?
Yeah.
It might cost you.
What? You're dead. What do you care?
Hey, you gotta provide for family.
I guess that's fair. Can I have a discount at least?
Yeah, of course you can get a discount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I die, you can have my computer discounted too if you want.
I was only gonna say pay for shipping charges.
But you have to do it through the post office, and there we go. Actually, never mind. Do FedEx so that way it arrives. Just kidding, boss. What about gaming? What about gaming? What have you been playing in the last week?
I've been playing Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Nice.
I have not touched the campaign yet.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm not gonna yell at you too much.
Yeah, I haven't had time.
It's okay.
I haven't had time.
That's okay.
So, and then I've been playing Ultimate Alliance. I've been doing a hero lock on Ultimate Alliance. I am down to Spider-Man, Iron Man, Deadpool, and Venom as my only heroes that are available right now.
Ooh, so that's a lot of people dying.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are dead. Monday was a very bad day for us. Monday we the Wrecking Crew, they did their job on Monday. I'm not even kidding. We were fighting this team called the Wrecking Crew. That's what they're called. They're called the Wrecking Crew. All right, and these guys have they basically have the powers of almost like gods, right? And they demolished about almost 10 of my heroes.
Sheesh. They wrecked your crew.
Yeah, they did their job.
Yeah, they did.
And Rival saying that he finally figured out how to play the game when he's down to 2 heroes. Yes, I had to learn quick at that point.
So, if you lose everybody, do you just play over? Do you start over? What do you do?
Well, I'm debating on that right now because, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of getting closer and closer to the end, of course, right? I have like 2 more major worlds to go through. And then, of course, that's the end of it. But there's still quite a bit to go through. Now, I've also, a couple weeks ago, I've also introduced, I guess, the mechanic of like, okay, well, if you pay a certain amount of channel points, we can resurrect heroes, right? But if they die a second time, I'm considering them to be permadeath, so you cannot resurrect again. The only exception to that rule would be Deadpool, just because at the time when we made this agreement, Deadpool we thought would be really funny to see in the death list multiple times. You know, like it'd be really funny to see because the way the Deadpool character is, it'd be funny to see him just like, I don't know, like die like 5 or 6 different times on the death page.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, yeah. And then I've been doing a Nuzlocke on Pokemon X.
Oh, I never played that one.
You never played that one?
I never played any of the ones that had Mega Evolving because I hated that idea.
I prefer the Mega Evolving over the Z moves.
I hate the Z move too.
And I don't know. Apparently, there's like a Gigantamax. Or
I hate those too.
Like I would much rather have like the Mega Evolution instead.
Am I weird for just wanting more Pokemon?
No, you're not weird at all.
I just want more Pokemon, and like if you want to, maybe add some mechanics to the game to make it more survival-y. Like I don't know, dude. Like feeding the. I just feel like Generation 2, Generation 3. Like maybe I'm just old, and I'm like, what's all this new stuff? But like I really enjoyed just starting a game, getting a Pokemon, going on an adventure. It didn't need to get all complicated with Z moves and Gigantamaxing and stuff. Like I'm not interested in it. Just trying to complete the Pokedex, guys. What are we doing here?
Gotta get them all.
The first 2 games were so amazing, and the third one was fine too. Gen 3 was totally fine. I never played Gen 4, but I'm playing it right now, and so far it's like okay, cool. This is like original Pokemon. This is great.
I enjoyed Gen 4 as well. Gen 5 for me, like
Black and white, right?
Yeah, that was Black and White.
Okay.
At that point, I don't know what ended up happening, but it really just started getting boring to me.
Yeah.
Like I can go through the Kanto game. I can go through Red and Blue over and over again. I can go through Gold and Silver over and over again. I can go through Ruby and Sapphire over and over again. I can go through Diamond and Pearl over and over again. But Black and White, and then Black 2, White 2, and then X and Y, and then Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sun and Moon. I don't know. I just don't have that motivation to just keep going for some reason.
Yeah.
I just don't find it as fun personally.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is it like because it was like just like kind of like a giant city? I think there's something about the Kanto region and the Johto region that were kind of beautiful, you know, because like it's all mountains and forest and caves and all. And I heard that like in Black and White, it's like mostly a city, and I don't know, maybe just like the urbanness and like the lack of diverse like environments, like maybe that's not good.
Well,
I don't know.
I gotta give credit to like the latter games having actually different environments actually.
Yeah. Okay.
The Black 2 and White 2 I did play through recently. I struggled to get through it, just getting through it. But like I gotta say, like those routes, they looked pretty good. You know, like some of the water effects, they look pretty cool for for the time and for the game. Some of the routes, like just the way they were designed, they look really cool, and so on and so forth. And like I'd have to say the battle animations are definitely much better in Black and White, with the sprites actually moving on a regular basis, instead of like, oh hey, I'm gonna send out a Pokemon, it's gonna move for 2 seconds and then it's gonna stop.
I always turn those off.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
This one, it's in Black and White and Black and White 2, they're constantly moving. Okay. Right, which I don't know. It definitely did add more immersion, but there's just something about the story or about like the way you're progressing through the campaign itself that I just can't get myself to get through. It just, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what's up with it. I wonder what was so magical. Like, Is it because it's just franchise fatigue, you know, and it's like eventually like you just can't make it as good, or, you know, I don't know. I wanted to play Pokemon Legends, that new game that came out recently, where there's like a mechanic where you actually throw a Pokeball at Pokemon that are out there in the wild, and the starters are like Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and one of the other ones, so they're like chosen from different generations.
The Arceus game or whatever?
Yeah, that one.
Is that out now?
You know what? I kind of thought it was. Maybe it's not, but I kind of wanted to play that.
Oh, okay. Because I could have sworn that comes out next
Somebody
year.
just said January it comes out. Okay, so my bad.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie-doo.
Whoopsies. Yeah, I don't know. I do want to get my hands on a Switch. I don't know which one to get though. And then maybe, yeah, at some point I'll probably get Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, and I'll have a Pokemon battle with you.
Oh, okay. You want to battle Pokemon? I'm not good at that stuff. I always just attack.
Oh, never mind then.
I think Gen 2 was the only game where I would use Bayleaf, and I would basically like poison and confuse the shit out of whoever I was playing against, and then just keep regenerating my own health, and I found that kind of fun.
You poison stalled. Okay.
Yeah, poison stalled. Is that what it's called? Okay, like that was fun.
Yeah, you just like, what, I don't know, like toxic or poison powder or something.
Yeah, basically I would poison a Pokemon and then whisper in their ear as they're dying, "You're going to die. You're going to die. You're going to die."
Confuse them.
I can't be killed.
Synthesis.
Exactly.
Synthesis. And you just
Exactly.
keep healing yourself.
And then it'd be like, hey, Bayleaf, what are you saying to him? That's not okay. You know. You're going to die, Ratatat. Little Chikorita being a little asshole.
That's funny.
But yeah, so all right. Well, why don't we spent a good deal on some other stuff here. Why don't we go ahead and start talking about Halo?
Right, yeah, the thing that we're supposed to be talking about on the podcast. Yes, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I kind of want to talk about where we were at in the beginning of the year. At the beginning of 2021, some of our general ideas and how we were feeling about Halo, and kind of where we're at right now. Because I don't know about you, but for me, it's very different. I have gone, I don't know, in a 180, you know? I was like, oh, I don't know. And now I'm feeling very good about Halo. In the beginning of the year, I believe, and I could be wrong, I'd have to go back and listen to the tape, but I believe that I thought Halo was not putting out enough content. They weren't giving us enough to talk about. I thought that Halo was going to not do well without a battle royale. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in this podcast. I was very, very, very concerned about Halo in many different respects. And I am, well, before I talk about where I'm at now, Mystery, where were you in the beginning of the year with Halo?
Oh, okay. Back in early 2021, this very naive child. What was I doing? I think I was playing some MCC, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely in 2021. I definitely did spend a lot more time in Master Chief Collection, playing some Halo 3, playing some Halo 4, Halo Reach. You know, a mix of all the Halo games. And
can you turn your volume up a little bit too? Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my volume?
I don't know. For some reason, it seemed like a little bit low. Maybe you're fine. Good.
Fine. I just won't stand up anymore. I'll sit down. Hold on.
Wait, you're standing up?
Yes, I am standing up.
Do you have a standing desk?
No, I do not have a standing desk.
Oh, you sound really good right now. I think you're perfect.
I'm still standing.
Wait, so you're standing
at your...
You're standing at your sitting desk?
I'm standing at my sitting desk, looking down on DaddyTrax because you're on my screen, which is much lower than.
Should I look up?
No, don't do that. No, damn it! As he proceeds to look up, fine, I'll sit down. I'll come to your level.
You're fine. Just how were you feeling in the beginning of the year on Halo?
On Halo, I was feeling quite happy, content,
good
in the world of the Master Chief Collection.
Okay.
Living on nostalgia.
So you weren't really concerned or worried about what was going with Halo Infinite? You were just kind of enjoying your time with the Master Chief Collection?
Yeah, no, I genuinely, actually, the entire time I was not really concerned too much about the lack thereof news for Halo Infinite and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Because you gotta also keep in mind, around that time we were having to deal with, like, every other couple of months there was new seasons coming out for MCC and so on and so forth, right? So we were still getting that kind of Halo content. But yeah, no, I was like, Halo Infinite will come out when Halo Infinite comes out.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
That's just, that was very much how I kind of felt about Halo at the time. Now, I didn't have a podcast at the time, that was that had content that had to come out weekly. So you had to scramble around to find that content, I suppose. Right? Yeah. No.
You could give the assumption that it was a little bit more prepared than it really was to make us sound a little bit better, but yeah, you're not completely wrong.
I could. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Instead of saying we're scrambling around for content, you could say, yeah, you guys were talking about this,
Yeah, you guys had plenty of content. You were talking about aliens all the time. You were talking about what was it? Conspiracy theories.
That's probably the biggest like negative complaint we've gotten about this podcast is too much conspiracy theory talk. I mean, we don't do it anymore, obviously, because Jimmy died, but
he's not dead.
He's dead. But we've come a long way, I think.
Trax never scrambled. He was the definition of prepared.
Exactly. Like, this is dictatorship. If you don't agree that I was prepared, then
what's the quote? A wizard comes the time he precisely means to, or something like that. Or a wizard's never late. He comes the time he precisely means to, or whatever.
A wizard's never late. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I got you.
Thank you.
I got you, boy.
Appreciate it.
He's an island.
I know Jimmy would be proud for my terrible attempt.
He'd be very upset with you, actually.
You think so?
Yeah.
I gotta send him a message.
Yeah, send him a message and say, I'm sorry I got it wrong. And he'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you okay?
Right? Yeah. That's literally what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I got it wrong.
That's funny. All right, so you weren't really worried about Halo Infinite?
No, was not worried at all. Knew it was going to come out at some point, and really was just hoping that it'd be amazing. That's it.
Well, okay. Well, I was super worried about it. I was worried about, well, I already talked about what I was worried about. All right. Where are we at now? Right now, I think I am insanely optimistic on Halo. I think what we got so far, I think we, 343 has already done a couple things that I'm blown away by. They solved Sprint. Sprint is no longer an issue that's being talked about in the Halo community. They found some way to make the people who like Sprint and people who don't like Sprint somehow, we've all come together and we're like, hey, Halo Infinite works. I think the sandbox is amazing. I think the mechanics are amazing. The game is fun. The sound effects are great. I honestly think that the level design is the best that I've seen in the 343 era. With Halo Infinite maps, I actually know the names of some of them because of how much I like them. I think that they've done a lot of things right. So far, when I'm playing of the campaign, I love the story. I love the way they design this campaign. I am very optimistic about future Halo campaigns, if they're going to be doing them like this or in this vein, or they're going to build on top of what they've done here with Halo Infinite. So, although I haven't completed the narrative yet for Halo Infinite, and I don't know how it ends or how its story goes, I'll say from what I've played so far and what I've seen, I am just very optimistic about the direction of Halo Infinite. I think that Bonnie Ross deserves that award that she won a couple of years ago. I didn't really think she deserves that, but I think that like right now, okay, she has led a studio that has solved a lot of issues that I feel like Halo has gone through in the last 10 years. And if you were worried like I was about how Halo Infinite was going to do in the beginning of the year, I think that you're probably standing next to me right now going like, okay, we're in a good spot. We're in a really good spot. Where are you at right now with Halo Infinite, Mystery?
I want to play the campaign.
Yeah.
Like I want to. I really want to play the campaign without any stress on my mind.
Yeah.
Like real life stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I know a lot of people have already beaten the campaign, and they definitely really want to talk about it. And I'm sorry that I have to be that guy that is in your chat and you can't talk about it because I haven't played it.
That's okay.
I haven't even started it.
That's all right. It's okay.
So if anything, I'm just, regret. Just sitting there, regret not playing the campaign while you guys are all talking about it and stuff.
Why don't you play some tonight?
Play some tonight?
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah,
we shall see.
Little hour
we'll
here
see.
and there.
Maybe even tomorrow. Let's see how tomorrow goes. But like Thursday night, the last couple of Thursdays were my dedicated Thursdays to play. The Halo Infinite campaign. It's just other things came up, and I had to, just deal with that stuff.
I feel you. I'll tell you what, dude. One thing that I am so, the opening cutscene, like the intro to the game. I was watching it yesterday again because I was just I don't know, for some reason I was like, I kind of want to watch that intro again. I thought that was really cool, and so I'm watching the intro. And man, it is just, it's so epic, man. It's so epic.
Is it?
It's
That's
so cool. I think the intro it's probably my favorite intro of any Halo game. I mean, it's not that hard. The intro to Halo CE was just them running away. The intro to Halo 2 was just kind of like the ceremony. The intro to Halo 3 was Master Chief falling out of the sky. The intro to Halo 4 was Chief waking up. Intro to Halo 5 was really dope, but this is definitely like...
Oh, yeah, the intro to Halo 5 was really cool.
Yeah, I like this intro more so than that one.
I wonder why.
It just sets the game up so well, and I don't know.
It really gives you a sense of tone as opposed to...
Sure it does.
Halo 5's.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, Halo 5 was just like an action scene, right?
It was. That's what it was.
There's a little bit of a tone.
Fantastic music.
Yeah. Oh god, the music. God, I'm so upset they got rid of that composer.
Hans Zimmer?
No, not Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer hasn't done Halo music.
No, sorry, Hans Zimmer. I believe Hans Zimmer helped with Halo 5, the music of Halo 5 a little bit. A little bit. Like the editing in I think it was like in that first cutscene.
No way.
I gotta find this
Hans Zimmer?
I remember them mentioning it in the sprint somewhere.
Hans Zimmer?
At some point.
Dude.
One of them helped.
That would blow me away if Hans Zimmer was involved in any of the Halo music.
I remember seeing an interview or something that with him talking about that stuff. Interesting.
So the main composer for Halo 5 soundtrack was Kazuma Jinouchi. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I loved Halo 5. Had my favorite music of any of the music up to that point, including all Marty O'Donnell stuff.
Right, yeah. I mean, Halo 5 it's underrated in regards to the songs.
Yeah, I actually think Halo 4 is very underrated to us in terms of soundtrack.
Halo 4 is also underrated, yeah.
But I really, really, I don't know how I got on the topic of soundtracks. I guess, we were talking about the Halo 5 intro. The Halo 5 intro music I thought was just like brilliant. But yeah, it was basically just like a long action sequence. The intro to Halo Infinite is like, sheesh. Dude, I love it so much. So I almost want you to just watch the intro.
My time will come.
All right. Well, gameplay wise, can you tell me about that? Tell me how you're feeling about the gameplay itself. You know, the mechanics and how the game feels at this point. The multiplayer.
In regards to multiplayer, yeah, it seems it's still. I think it can be fixed still, of course. I think it needs just a tad bit of tweaking here and there.
What's wrong?
But beyond that, it's been fun to play.
What's wrong? What do you want fixed?
Melee still needs a little bit of tweaking for sure.
Okay.
I feel like certain things like the drop shield could be tweaked a little bit.
You want it more? You want it buffed or nerfed?
No, I just needed to come up faster or something, or just change it to a bubble shield or something instead.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It just, I don't know, like I'll throw it down and it does take a while before it even pops up. Even though they've changed it since the beta.
Yeah.
They've changed it since the first flight actually. They definitely did make it faster, but it feels that because it takes so long for it to actually activate, it really does kind of render it a little useless sometimes.
I think it's utterly useless. Whenever I have them, I like try and throw them in front of like whoever has the sniper rifle because I'm like, okay, like I don't really need this thing, or I'll use it to kind of like plug up a hallway a little bit, you know.
Although it is pretty useful against a tank. Throwing it down in front of a tank before it fires at you, it takes the hit for you.
Whoa!
It'll take the entire hit.
Pro tip from RealMistry.
So, yeah, I noticed that in a Fiesta game I was playing last night with Shadow 6400 and Shadow XBL. I had a lot of shadows in my party last night.
I want to ask you about melee real quick. What is it that you feel like is wrong with melee?
What I feel is wrong with melee is what is like, okay, I feel like it just doesn't connect most of the time.
Okay.
Like I think it's been so drilled into our head that like there is just this little bit of, I guess, magnetism or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but like that, like when you do melee, you kind of know that like if I melee from here, it'll kind of just like lunge forward in melee kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas now it doesn't seem to do that. You know, like you're just kind of meleeing the air at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, really throwing me off. Yeah, pretty heavily. I don't know about you.
I think I just find it inconsistent.
You find it inconsistent as well?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I lunge forward. Sometimes I feel like I don't lunge forward. I'm just like, okay, I don't know exactly what the sweet spot is here.
Right.
The other thing I find frustrating is that there are times when I am trying to ninja somebody, or even more annoyingly, I will use the thruster and I'll jump up and then thrust behind somebody, and somehow they hit melee and like their body just turns in a crazy way to like hit me, and I'm like, come on, dude, there's no way you could have anticipated that. Somehow you got lucky with me flying over you. So there's definitely sometimes when I am thrusting around and I feel like people are hitting me and they shouldn't be.
Right. Yes, just thrusting around.
Yeah, thrusting around
with the thruster pack, right? Not right.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
So what else about
there you go. Dark Knight pointed out exactly what I was trying to point out to you.
I just, when I thrust
like pineapple.
Pineapples are a safe word, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry if I'm talking about thrusting too much. All right, well, okay, I hear you. So can you give me an overall sense about how you feel about Halo Infinite, and how are you optimistic right now? Are you pessimistic right now? What's your sense of the way that Halo feels and how that's going to feed into its success or failure in the future?
I realize now that I'm not really answering your question, am I?
You're not. That's okay. I'll just find other ways to ask it.
My apologies. Okay, yes, no, I'm optimistic, of course, for the future of Halo Infinite.
Good. It's okay. Look,
My bad.
I'll either get my answer, or I'll think, okay, it's probably not going to get the answer, so we'll just move on to something else, and that's okay. That's okay. Here's the next part of the sentence, or the next part of this conversation here. Moving forward into this new year, we got a couple things to look forward to, right? We got co-op campaign coming in about 2 months.
Right.
We got Forge coming in about 5 months.
Okay.
Beyond that, we know that we're getting more seasons for the Battle Pass and more seasons for multiplayer, but I don't think we know exactly what's coming. I imagine that we're going to see some legacy weapons come back. I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing classic Halo weapons coming back and reintroduced into multiplayer. Think of like the regular shotgun, think of the Halo 1 pistol, think of you know, maybe some of the Forerunner weapons that we had in Halo 5 that have kind of disappeared for this game. I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of got a larger sandbox with those sorts of things. But going into this new year, what I'm really trying to get a sense of is what are the things that you think are most important for Halo Infinite to have a successful 2022. I mean, real talk here, 2021 or not 2021, this launch of Halo Infinite, I don't think in terms of how it's being received by the community, how it's being received by the general gaming community and everyone else, it seems like people are really happy with this game. I think Halo fans are happy with it. I think there's a lot of people who are maybe a little bit burnt out from Call of Duty. Vanguard wasn't that much different from any of the other Call of Duties. Battlefield turns out to not really be that much different from any of the other Battlefields. And I think that there are some people who have been sort of like, okay, I need something. And Halo Infinite has kind of come at the perfect time for them. I think that's part of why it's doing so well right now. So what are some things that you think need to happen in 2022 with Halo to keep it going? Keep it in a positive light and maybe help it have longevity. What's key for 2022, Mystery?
The way you're asking the question makes it sound like there's only one answer to it, and that one answer may or may not be more content.
Well, I'm not saying there's one answer.
More regular content.
Okay.
Yeah, our battle pass currently is what, 3 months, 4 months? When is it again? When does it end?
3 months.
3 months.
Yep.
Okay. There's that, right? That's a long time for the battle pass, of course.
Yeah.
Because it's been out for at least a month now.
It has been.
Now the only other thing that I have a problem with the battle pass is like it's Halo Reach all over again kind of thing.
What do you mean by that?
Right. So like we very recently we had the Halo Reach season in MCC. Right?
Yeah.
And then like now Halo Infinite comes out and it's Halo Reach again.
Right.
The theme of the battle pass is Halo Reach again.
Right.
I don't think I would have much rather have had something different instead of Halo Reach for season 1 at least.
Why do you think they went with Reach?
Why do you think? Why do I don't know. I know Reach is beloved. I know that they've changed the customization to further reflect upon like Halo Reach and the way the customization works there, right? So it could be mostly homage to that. But yeah, those are the only reasons I can think of. Was there an actual reason why?
I don't know. I'm actually just kind of guessing here. It's interesting that Reach would be a theme instead of. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know what else would really be a good theme for it, but it's just.
Right. So I'm not even saying like I guess. Okay. Well, I'm saying just the pieces of armor that you unlock.
Yeah.
Make it more so newer stuff that you guys created instead of rehashing some of the older stuff. So you can sprinkle some of the older stuff in, but dedicating an entire theme straight off the bat like that, I don't know. For me, it just feels like a rehash of old stuff.
I never
even felt nostalgia. Go on.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say I almost feel like a good theme could have been something to do with now being on Zeta Halo, right? Maybe because like humanity has kind of like lost this battle, maybe a lot of the pieces could be maybe darker or beat up in tone, and maybe some of the helmets could be designed lore based like around kind of like being stealth or hiding or something like that, because of like the events that are going on in Zeta Halo. I feel like something that, like relating to Halo Infinite might have made more sense than doing, hey, let's go back and do Halo Reach. I'm trying to think of like what the other themes for Halo MCC were, and I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I know that there were other ones and other themes. Yeah,
Halo MCC, they went from like Halo CE to Halo 2 and Halo 3 and Halo Reach. They went through them all basically.
Yeah.
And then after that, you got Fireteam Raven stuff at some point and all that jazz, right? It wasn't until like season 7 where you got stuff for the elites, and then now season 8 was it's all like the historical stuff,
Right.
things that are historically accurate, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
as the theme.
I love that.
Which is a cool idea,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, I mean, I know they wanna push some of their designs, some of their newer designs. I think the what is it? The Mark 7? What's the newer
Mark 7? Mark 7.
It's Mark 7. I genuinely think that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
I would like to see more stuff like that, not rehash of Halo Reach.
Yeah, I don't disagree, and I like the helmet designs that they've come up with that are like newer too. Like I love the default helmet. I think is a great looking helmet.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic starting helmet actually. Yeah,
it really is. I think it looks decent. In fact, I think they kind of should have like maybe gone for something that was a little bit dumber, and then made this helmet like the first one that you kind of like unlock after you know, maybe 5 levels in the battle pass for free or something like that.
Right,
honestly.
that's something we discussed last week, right? Yeah, it's just, you know, maybe allow yourself to be able to customize even if you're free a little earlier.
Yeah, because I really like the helmet. I think it's a really strong one. Yeah. All right, so what else do you want to see in 2022 with Halo?
2022 with Halo. Now I haven't gone through the campaign, so I don't know where they go with the campaign, but maybe some more campaign related missions.
Okay, so some DLC for the campaign.
Right, maybe like a mini expansion or narrative expansion.
I love the idea of something small, but like every year getting something new for campaign, but it being small.
Right. And I mean, you could, let's say, do something small one year, and then the next year you go bigger, and then the year after that, maybe you could do small again, right? Or just so then you're not overworking everybody. Yeah,
or kind of like how they did, like for a while we had a cadence of every three years we would have like a new Halo game. So like maybe every 3 years we get this big campaign drop, but you know, we could get these like smaller, almost like Spartan Op kind of things.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Every year. I would love that. God, I would love some Halo 5 stuff. I'm saying Halo 5 because somebody typed something in the chat about Halo 5. But I would love some campaign stuff every single year, even if it was just like a little bit. I'd get so excited. Like, hey, in November, you know, a mini chapter about Master Chief doing whatever. It's like, oh yeah, put me in there, coach.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be Master Chief. It could be Arbiter. You know, it could be, what was Arbiter doing at the time?
That'd be neat. That'd be neat.
What if Arbiter had to make his way to Zeta? I don't know what happens to Zeta Halo, but like, what if he had to make his way, assuming that it survives or whatever it's dealt with? What if he had to make his way to Zeta Halo for some reason?
Right.
Or like, oh, this is what he was doing while Master Chief was dealing with this. You know?
Right.
This is how he helped Master Chief in the back end.
Yeah. I think that would be really cool. So you're hoping for some kind of campaign.
Yeah, if not that, you got Blue Team. I don't know what happened to Blue Team.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, well, unless it's mentioned.
Where are they at? Yeah, I don't know if there's audio logs that are like, oh my god, Blue Team's dead. You know, like, I have no idea.
That would suck to reveal it that way. Just
oh my god, that would.
Log. Oh yeah, by the way, Blue Team died. What? Furious.
I kind of want to know, like, as much as I rag on the character a lot and yell at him a bunch, I kind of want to know what happened to Fireteam Osiris. Where's Locke at? What's he up to? Where's Buck?
Yeah, well, I'm more concerned for Buck.
But I would not mind. I would not mind at all. Even a side game developed for Fireteam Osiris. I would not be upset about that. I really wouldn't be. I just don't want you to try and replace Master Chief with somebody. That's all. So I'm good with more Fireteam Osiris. You know, give them their own thing to do. I'm fine with that.
Do another game or something. Halo.
Just get it out of the main line. Just get it out of the main line. Stop trying to replace Master Chief with people. Tired of it. I don't care that he's old. I don't care. I don't give a shit that he's old. He could be 75 years old. I don't care. I don't care. Stop trying to replace him. Just let him live forever and let it be like this weird thing. Like, you know, Master Chief's like 130 at this point, right? Like, I don't care. I don't care. Stop trying to kill him off.
He is a super soldier. How old is Captain America in the comics?
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Thank you. Thanks for having my back there, Mystery. I appreciate it. I really feel like you have my back there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got off your back. Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to bring up that you think Halo Infinite needs to come out with in 2022?
Some sort of firefight mode would be nice.
Ooh. Okay.
I know firefight is extremely popular. Something heavily PvE.
Yep.
Would be great for people that don't and no Warzone firefight shenanigans, please.
Yes,
like,
please.
maybe a round-based firefight again. Bring it back. Like, I really enjoy the unlimited rounds, round-based firefight that Halo 3 ODST had.
And Halo Reach, yeah.
Yeah. Now the other thing is, I definitely have mentioned that, like, oh yeah, maybe we can keep firefight to another ODST title. But maybe you can find a way to implement it in a way where it's just like, instead of you playing as Master Chief in firefight, maybe you can do ODSTs in firefight.
I don't see anything wrong with them doing a firefight using your Spartan in Halo Infinite. I don't see why they couldn't do that.
You're basically invincible. That's the problem I had with Halo Reach firefight, is just you still felt invincible, having to be a Spartan with the armor and like the energy shield and such. When I was an ODST, I felt like I was very vulnerable still.
Interesting.
I had to play differently playing as an ODST because I knew I didn't have the armor. I knew I didn't have the overshield as well, right? Like, when you get shot, it hurts. Your stamina goes down. You need health kits, to keep yourself going. And those things were kind of important to how firefight worked in Halo 3 ODST, and added to the challenge, at least to me.
I never thought about any of that before, I'm being honest with you. That's kind of interesting. I didn't play much firefight, so.
Oh yeah, I very much enjoyed firefight. I think it'd be cool to do like firefight and ODST. Do you know the Vidmaster challenges? It'd be cool to be able to do that within the community.
Yeah, I didn't do the Vidmaster challenges for Halo 3 ODST, if there were. I think I did some of them, but
there was a couple of them. That was fun.
I had a couple achievements that I never finished, which were like getting a certain amount of score on different maps and stuff like that. Like, I never did those achievements. Halo 3 ODST was the first Halo game where I didn't get all the achievements. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that Vidmaster challenge where you had to get to, like, what was it? Wave. Oh, it was round 4 set, like something, I don't know. It was a whole thing. That was hard. It's genuinely hard. It is challenging, and that's being an ODST is part of what made it challenging.
Interesting.
Maybe we should go back to Halo 3 ODST at some point, Trax.
Yeah, you want to do that? You want to help me get these achievements?
Sure, let's get a team of 4 going.
All right, I'm down for that. Cool.
Do it.
Anything else you want to bring up before I go over my list?
Well, of course, new maps would be nice.
All right.
But that's kind of given, though, right?
No, it's whatever you think. Whatever you think Halo Infinite needs to continue the momentum that they have going.
I'm debating on the variants of weapons.
Oh, what are you thinking?
I'm debating on it because I found that Halo 5 got a little hectic when you had like 4 different versions of the beam rifle.
Yeah.
And like, for the most part, like, they acted the same kind of thing.
Okay.
Right? They just had a different color scheme. They acted the same. I mean, their damages were slightly different and all that stuff, right?
I mean, the one beam rifle created like a little black hole that like forced Spartans to not
like,
being
able to...
Like,
if you had that and then the original beam rifle, like, why did we need the Halo 2 beam rifle and like the variants of the Halo 2 beam rifle and like the Halo 5 beam rifle?
Cosmetic.
And, like, double shot, like, yeah. With us being able to now customize the way our weapons look, right? Does that now negate the need for variants of weapons?
I am okay with them not doing variants of weapons, but they do exist.
Wait, they do exist as in Halo Infinite?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what's a variant in Halo?
They're not in multiplayer that I've seen yet.
Oh, so there's stuff in campaign.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are able to see it in the trailer where you see the guy with the different kind of energy sword. You do see that. So,
right.
But I know for sure that there are other weapons that are in the game that have been modified in a way.
Okay, so like, I mean, I know a lot of people are clamoring for the original shotgun to come back, right? Does that now? Are we going to be doing a bulldog variant, or are we now just going to have two different kinds of shotguns?
Well, I think they're two different kinds of shotguns. Yeah.
Right, and then like, where does that end?
I'm okay with more shotguns.
With more shotguns, as in, okay, so other than two, so you're okay with having 4 or 5 different kinds of shotguns. How do you balance the game then? How do you balance the maps?
I don't know.
At that point,
some maps might call for the bulldog. Some maps might call for the OG shotgun. To me personally, I think having them in there and letting the community decide, like, you know, how to use them in custom games and stuff like that, I think that that's a better idea. And then if you're 343, you can keep your newer weapons if you want. Keep them in the you know, keep the newer weapons on the, you know, on the maps that 343 puts out if you want, and just like have these other weapons available, or maybe introduce them in big team battle or something like that to see how they play.
With the loot caves, right, that they've created.
Yeah, with the loot caves and with whatever else. But I don't think that's too much of an issue. What I don't enjoy and what I didn't like was the variants of the weapons being involved in multiplayer. I didn't like Super Fiesta is one of my least liked things ever. I hated Super Fiesta. I found it incredibly annoying. The weapons are way overpowered, so I don't want to see them in multiplayer personally. But yeah, I don't know what they'll do.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But I mean, yeah, it would be kind of cool, I suppose, to figure all that out. But what else to bring in? I mean, that's as far as I can think of off the top of my head. It seems like you do have your own kind of list. So I guess, did you want to go down your list now?
Yes. So I have a couple things. I brought up maps too. You know, I think that every season, I'm hoping that every season they introduce more maps. Even if it's like 1 or 2 maps, I'd be okay with that, honestly.
Right. Preferably not remixed like they did with Halo 5. Remember, like Stasis and like,
yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Or Truth and Mercy and so on and so forth.
I wouldn't mind if there's like one brand new map and then one map that's like a legacy map, like bring back Lockout before Halo Infinite. Like, I would actually be totally fine with that if you want to take some of the more popular maps and bring them in.
Okay, I can get behind that. Yeah.
But I definitely would like to see some new maps, certainly. And then the other thing that I have here are rewards, like in the battle pass. They talked about changing this up, but I think there were too many like weapon or challenge swaps and stuff like that in the battle pass. So making sure that we have like more armors that stand out and stuff like that. I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of attachments for helmets and attachments like for the side and stuff like that. So I'm actually hoping that we might be able to get some stuff that kind of like stands out a little bit more, just because I feel like, I don't know, there's a part of me that feels like it's like, on one hand it all seems overwhelming, but then on the other hand there's like not really anything that kind of like stands out to me exactly. So there's like one helmet attachment that really stands out to me, and it's like the kitty ears. And I know some people really don't like the kitty ears, but I think the
we gonna discuss that?
I think that,
it seems like everyone's in shambles with that one.
But I think the kitty ears make a lot of sense, and I think that's a great idea for an attachment, because like it definitely makes things different, and it's like, oh, okay, like we can change our helmet in more ways than just adding a flashlight on the side, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But personally, I'm totally fine with the kitty ears. I think I don't think there's a problem with it. I get why people don't like it, because they're like, oh, this isn't realistic. This would never be in the military. Honestly, if I'm being honest, if there's super soldiers and there's women super soldiers, you're probably getting some fucking kitty ears on some super soldiers' helmets. I'm not gonna lie. That would actually probably be a thing. Maybe. I mean, I don't really know. Who cares, dude? Whatever. The people express themselves, right? I like the kitty ears. I think that was a good and smart pick for Halo Infinite to bring in. But anyway, I'm just saying better rewards. I just want to see better rewards. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but I want to see it. Okay. What else do I have here? I have custom games written down here. This, I think, is probably the last thing I'm going to talk about and probably spend the most time talking about. When Forge comes out in May, I assume. It's right before summertime, and summertime is obviously when kids are off from school and lots of people are playing video games. I think that custom games is going to be the most important thing for Halo. I know I'm going to bring it up a little bit here and we'll talk about it more in a second, but I know that people want, there's a lot of people arguing for a Halo Battle Royale. I actually think that custom games and mini games are more important than a Battle Royale, in my honest opinion. I'm looking at Fortnite creative mode. I am looking at Roblox. I am looking at Minecraft. I'm looking at Halo, and I'm looking and going like, hey, you know what? You know, it'd be a really good idea for a free-to-play multiplayer game to have custom games, fun custom games. I think this is here's my prediction right here. When Forge drops, if it's, the only problem is that like it's not super easy, but if it's possible and easy enough for people to really get into and make like a lot of different kind of custom games, and they can create the UI in a way where it's very easy to download custom games, I think that you will see Halo with a core, like with a strong core audience that just plays custom games all the time. I think that a free-to-play game that has custom games, and I'm sorry, not just custom games, because you can do custom games now. What I'm talking about are the fun custom games where you rework a map and you do crazy rules and stuff like that. Like in Reach, when you're doing the one game where people are driving vehicles down down this like giant hill and they're trying to run you over, and if they miss and they go back to the top and you're just trying to dodge them. Or the one custom game where you got all this like avalanche balls falling down and you're trying to dodge them as you're trying to get up to the top. More games like those, more of these fun mini games. I think that Halo Infinite can really do well in the gaming community with lots of fun mini games like that. I actually think it's more important than a battle royale, and I know that people are going to argue with me on that one, but I have kind of not turned on the whole battle royale idea, but I'd like to see one in Halo because I personally love battle royale so much. But I do think that mini games and custom games are more important than a battle royale would be for Halo Infinite in 2022.
Welcome to the dark side.
I mean, look, I love battle royale. I think it's so much fun. But this idea of like,
yeah, he's gonna go back and try to keep justifying the battle.
Does Halo need a battle royale? I'm not convinced anymore. I don't think it does. I think it's okay that they're different. I think it's okay that Halo has a different identity and they're not doing the same thing as everybody else. In fact, I think it's better for them not to do the same thing as everybody else. But mini games where people can go crazy with their imagination for what they can come up with, I really think that this is a I'm really bummed.
Think playing
I'm
the
bummed
custom games on Halo Reach has kind of maybe really helped change your mind there too?
I already think that I thought that mini games were going to be really important. I am becoming more and more aware of how much kids and younger people are playing mini games inside of games, you know? And I think I'm looking at that and I'm going, Halo has, I mean, Fortnite creative mode was really important and really popular because of this. You know, as soon as they introduced that, it was like, oh, there's Forge. You know, Fortnite put in their creative mode and it was like mini games all the time. I remember I played tons of Fortnite. I streamed tons of Fortnite. Mm-hmm. And I remember once creative mode came out, all anybody wanted to do was creative mode because you can invite more people to play. It wasn't just a 4-person squad going into, you know, battle royale. It was like, oh, we can do these fun things. And I think that Halo, a new modern Halo Infinite, bunch of mini games where you have all these people on it and it's free to play. Especially with the grapple hook, man, what you'll be able to do. I think like I could imagine people who aren't even playing the game right now going like, oh, I got to get this game because of all the mini games and custom games that people have going on.
Something that I kind of just thought about while you were discussing custom games and such. You know how challenges have started to become a bigger thing in gaming more recently? For example, Nuzlocke challenges and speed runs and so on and so forth. Maybe a way of implementing challenges in Halo Infinite's campaign and such. Maybe like having a way to do like a melee only run or something like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Could be something that could help, get some more longevity for those people that do enjoy challenges, or for streamers that do plan on like getting a little bit more extra challenge in their campaign playthrough and such. I'm not saying the skulls are not enough. I'm just saying like something that can allow us to customize just a little bit more of what can be done in Halo Infinite. I think it'd be really cool, Halo Infinite being an open world kind of thing,
Yeah.
to have like just a way to turn on like a random enemy spawn thing, where you know how we have a set amount of squads or whatever that can spawn in, like grunts, jackals, elites kind of thing. What if we got a squad of like 6 hunters out of nowhere?
Oh, I
and
see.
It's just completely randomized. So like if you have to have an encounter, that encounter is randomized.
I know that that's a very popular thing right now in like modding communities, where they will do like, okay, we're doing Pokemon, but every single time I battle somebody, I lose my entire party or something like that.
Right, yeah. Similar to that, but something more Halo, because it's not like you're going to be losing your party in Halo, I suppose.
No, but maybe in Halo, every time you kill an enemy, you automatically get the gun that they were using.
Or your weapon changes.
Or your weapon changes
something random,
to something random, right?
But yeah, something like that. I think that would be kind of cool and help with a little bit of longevity.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get different things like that. I agree with that. I think that would be awesome.
All right, what else do you have on your list there?
That was kind of like the main thing, was the custom games. I mean,
yeah, definitely. Like custom games, like once custom games like officially releases, and it's more than just picking a certain amount of game types that we have now.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in what we have right now in regards to custom. I find it a little hard to navigate too. Trying to pick options for our custom games and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Like for example, like where are things like Fiesta, I don't know, like free for all Fiesta or something.
Right.
Like where is that stuff? Why do we have to do only team Fiesta?
Can you do free for all and then like starting weapon is random?
I haven't been able to delve in personally.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I mean, somebody in the chat can probably mention whether or not that's a thing. Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
I do not know.
Yeah, I feel like custom games right now is lacking, and that could be part of the. And we might be circling a little too early into something else that you're going to talk about. It could be part of the burnout that some people may be experiencing at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are burning out. The game is still highly viewed on Twitch and on YouTube and on TikTok. Clips of Halo are doing really well. Here's the thing that you have to think about too, is like Halo is not designed to be a game that's supposed to take up all of your time, right? There's the diehard Halo fans who are gonna play it and do nothing else. But they made a point. And they said, we are going to design this game that way you can pick it up when you want, put it down, come back a couple months later, pick it back up. So I really think that like it's okay if people are getting tired of Halo, go play something else, and you can come back later if you want when there's more challenges or armor that you want or something like that. Honestly, I'm not really worried about it. I don't know who is just playing one game for months and months and months and months. I remember back when I was younger, I always had a rotation of games. I was always playing like Halo, and then I would have like Call of Duty, and then I would have like NHL, and I would have Left 4 Dead. And like those were the 4 games that I would always like rotate around because, to kind of keep things fresh. And it's another reason why I really want Halo's Forge mode to come out as soon as possible, because, once you get custom games and mini games that are being designed, even going from like competitive and ranked and social matchmaking to just playing those kind of games, like even that can kind of like be the break that you need. So people are always going to get tired of a game that they're playing over and over and over and over, no matter what the game is. I don't care what anybody says. You do need more modes. You do need more maps. This game is a live service. They do need to update it for sure. But for anybody who feels like they're kind of burning out from it, like, hey, that's okay. That's not a bad thing. And anybody who's worried about other people burning out about it, like, don't worry. That's them. Let them burn out. Let them come back. Let them burn out and go out. You know, clearly they are playing Halo Infinite because they're burnt out on some other game. Because if they weren't burnt out on that other game, they wouldn't be playing Halo Infinite. So it's okay. It's okay. People are playing other games. Halo Infinite and no game is just going to hang around forever. There's going to be ebbs and flows. What you want is you want a really, really solid base gameplay and a solid foundation that can be built upon. That's what you want. And that we got that, guys. Guys, we got the gameplay. They fixed Sprint. They fixed a whole bunch of other shit. They fixed it. They did it. So now you'll be able to come back to Halo Infinite later on if you're getting bored of it now. And they'll have more stuff for us. Okay? And if you're feeling kind of burnt out, join us on community nights. We have a lot of fun when we play Halo. And it's more about the community than it is about the game. And hasn't that always been the case? Hasn't it always been about community and the people who you're playing with? Hasn't that always been like a really important thing? It has been for me. And we finally got a great solid foundation of a Halo game. And I can't wait for them to put more in it. I am on board. I don't care what anybody else says or what anybody else is doing. I am so in on this game. And the campaign, Jesus, the campaign is so much fun. I can't wait to get back into the campaign. There's so many good things right now going on for Halo. So I think if you're a Halo fan, you should feel very optimistic. Don't worry about people being burnt out. Let them be burnt out. Don't worry about people trolling and talking shit on Halo. Let them do their thing. Again, this is like the thing we were talking about earlier today. If you like it, you're good. Find other people who like it and play with them. Guess what? We like it here. We like Halo here. Join us.
One of us. One of us.
One of us. But that's what I think. I think mini games are incredibly important for Halo, and I hope that we see them soon.
Game challenges, those all seem to be things that, like, you know, a lot of, like, that seems to be the direction that, of course, gamers seem to be going now when they're playing video games. So why not just turn it into a tool?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the way they were thinking when they did when they were doing the Halo Reach Forge, for example. They sat there. I don't know if you remember watching the Vidoc for Halo Reach's Forge.
I don't.
They were like, okay, well, one of the things that I remember distinctly is them saying, like, instead of making them find workarounds, I'm trying to make them achieve what they want to achieve. Why don't we just turn them into tools to allow them to just do what they want to do?
Right.
So, yeah. Like, if challenges is the same way we are going, then
create challenges. I like it.
Make it available to us to turn it into tools to allow us to, you know, give out better streams, longer streams, the longer attention span to the games, so on and so forth, right?
It'd be cool if people in the community could come up with challenges and then maybe they got voted on or something like that in like some kind of really easy like little menu, or maybe on the Halo Waypoint app or something like that. And like the community could pick like, oh, this would be a cool challenge. This would be a cool challenge. This would be a cool challenge. And the most popular challenges get added in or something like that. Like there's so many different things that you could do.
There are quite a few things, yeah.
Well, Dr. Disrespect upset a bunch of people. Speaking of Halo Battle Royales.
Oh, God. What did he say now?
I'll give you the Cliff Notes version.
Okay.
I only bring this up because I know that Halo fans hate this guy. I love Dr. Disrespect. I think he's my favorite entertainer in the gaming industry. Streaming, whatever you want, you know, whatever. I love him. I think he got Halo wrong.
Okay.
I think he got Halo wrong. But basically right now, he basically said, here's his quote, right? And this is kind of what I want to ask you. And I sort of gave my opinion on this, and I'll do a quick summary of it again. And maybe you agree with me. I kind of think you will. Basically what he said was, what Halo Infinite is doing is great. 343 did a really good job. It has great gameplay, basically a great foundation. He says it needs a battle royale though. It's gonna start dropping off the viewership and the excitement if it doesn't get a battle royale. I've already said that I think that mini games and custom games are more important than a battle royale. But Mystery, what do you think? Is he off on saying it needs a battle royale to stay popular, or is there something to be said for, hey, the most popular games right now are still battle royales? Halo is a first-person shooter, and it might be the largest first-person shooter that doesn't have a battle royale. Do they need it?
I'm on the side of I don't truly believe Halo Infinite needs Battle Royale. I would like to see Battle Royale maybe implemented in another way in Halo. And I've mentioned this before. If they do a spin-off for Halo ODST, that could be a perfect place to put a Battle Royale for Halo. You know?
Yeah, I would love to see an ODST.
I'm still on that side. That's how I look at it. So yeah. It's not a no, but maybe it'll fit somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Right. I love the idea of honestly, I would be totally okay with this. Tell me what you think about this idea. If there was going to be a battle royale for Halo, hire a team to take ODSTs and make a Halo battle royale game completely separate from everything else. Although the problem that you have with that is then you're splitting up the multiplayer base between two different games. It'd be better to keep everybody in the same environment, in the same ecosystem. It'd be better to have a battle royale that's attached to Halo Infinite multiplayer. That way you have everybody playing Halo Infinite multiplayer, and just the battle royale would basically be like a game mode. And you could take all the maps that are in Halo and basically implement them on a larger map. Like imagine Zeta Halo. I mean, you haven't gotten onto Zeta Halo yet, but imagine a giant space like you have on Zeta Halo, and then you take every single multiplayer map and find a way to kind of put it in, kind of drop the walls off of the side so people can kind of go in and out and battle on the maps. You know, and then you have a map that shrinks. I think that's the best version of what a Halo Battle Royale could look like. And I mean, personally, I think that would be great, but yeah, I don't think it needs it at this point. I don't think it needs it. I think, again, I'm going to say, this is the last time I'm going to say it. I think mini games and custom games are more important. I think Forge right now is more important than a Battle Royale mode.
Oh yeah. Once Forge comes out, and assuming it's huge, I mean, it's significantly better than Halo 5s or whatever, it's gonna be absolutely huge.
Well, the problem with Halo 5, it was only 16 players. Like, part of the fun of Battle Royale is the chaos in the very beginning when you land, right? So if you got 16 people, dude, you're losing all of that. That's not fun. You need to drop onto a map from high up, not respawn randomly onto the map. You need to drop onto the map, decide where you're gonna land, scavenge for weapons, and then get to where you gotta go. And if you got the flood coming in on the edges, on the sides, attacking you, and you're finding weapons on the ground and ammo, and you're shooting other Spartans, and you're getting in vehicles and stuff like that, like I really think that you could have an awesome battle royale that's designed for Halo. But it can't be, dude, it can't be a 24-person battle royale that you make in Forge. It's just not the same thing as 100 Spartans dropping in, or 100 ODSTs or whatever.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be as big of a map. It would have to be a smaller map than that for 24 players.
Right. So, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it can't be made in Forge. We can't do the same thing in Halo 5 where we have like this is kind of like battle royale. It's like, nope. It needs its own map, and you need at least, I'm trying to think of how many players Battlefield had. I think Battlefield did 64. That was okay. You need 64 players, I think.
64 for a battle royale?
Yeah, I think that's how many Battlefield 5 had. That seemed okay. That seemed okay to me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that they had 100. I think it was just 64. But that worked. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm just. It's still the same for me. It doesn't. I don't know. It's just for me. It's just. I don't know. Put it in ODST. Put ODST. Make ODST too. Make that a thing. You know, if you have to put it, if you have to use assets from Halo Infinite to make that work, then so be it. Because Halo 3 ODST used assets from Halo 3, right? It's running in the same game engine.
Oh, that's true.
So like, ODST 2, Battle Royale, right there.
And make it part of what, the Halo Infinite. Like, would you do what like Halo Combat Evolved Remastered did, where like they had remastered like maps that you could play from Halo 1, but in Halo Reach's multiplayer, kind of like that? Like you do Halo ODST 2, but then the Battle Royale mode was kind of like would take you to the Halo Infinite multiplayer, or would it be separate? What do you think?
I think it'd be separate.
Yeah, kind of like Halo 3 ODST's Firefight being separate from Halo 3's multiplayer, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the right way to do it is. I don't know what the right way to do it would be there. But for me, I would think that I would want to try and keep everybody on one platform. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Either they'll do it or they won't, right?
Facts.
Facts.
Absolute facts.
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and
speaking nothing but facts.
Oh, go ahead. What do you got?
No, that's what you're saying.
You're
saying
facts. I was gonna say, is there anything else Halo related that you want to get into that you saw?
Halo related. Anything else Halo related I want to get into?
Yeah, but why are you slurring your words? You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I slurring?
Maybe not slurring, but just how it's kind of seem when you know, like that.
Am I actually doing that?
No, you did in the one sentence, yeah.
I do have the microphone kind of to the side, so maybe that's what it is.
Is there anything else Halo related you want to talk about before we do listener questions there, Mystery?
I can't think of anything.
Gravy, baby. All right, we're gonna jump into some listener questions. Now, here's the thing. We get so many listener questions. We are no longer going to read every single question that we get. We used to. We just can't anymore. Sometimes the segment takes like an hour, sometimes even more to do listener questions. So what we're going to do is we're going to take how many, Mystery? What were we saying before?
I believe you mentioned earlier, what, about 10 questions?
Yeah, we're going to take 10 questions that we think will be able to spark conversation or might be better, for certain kind of answers. We kind of have like a strategy. It's not just like, what are the best questions? These are like questions that we think will kind of give us like a diversity of ideas and thoughts and opinions that we can kind of get into. So that way we can have like, a good time here asking questions. Chat needs to relax a little bit. Okay, we can't keep doing all the questions. Not only that, but sometimes questions get added during the podcast, and that can be a lot of fun. But sometimes the segment drags on for a little bit. So what we're gonna do instead is starting next week, we will open up listener questions starting from Monday, and then it will end either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning or something like that. And then we will have a little bit more time to kind of get the questions together that we really want, so that way we can bring you the best version of this part of the show as we can get. So I hope everyone's okay with that and understands that. With that being said, Mystery, let's go ahead and talk about the questions for this show.
So as you were talking about the new method of these questions,
I know people are freaking out right now.
They are. Yes, you are. They are freaking out right now. but Orange Crawdad put in this huge ass paragraph as a question, and I'm looking at this, and I'm just like, do I read this? It's like, it's a pretty large paragraph here. And this is literally in the middle of you explaining what's gonna happen with questions. I know he's been working on this for a while, because like it's been saying Orange Crawdad is typing something for the past like 5 minutes. Okay, first question comes from Rabble Just Rabble. Trivia time! Which of the following is not something that is said by a grunt in the entire Halo series?
Jesus, dude. Okay.
Okay, we got 4 things here.
So we're really trying our best to recognize 3 of them, because this is a lot. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Number 1, Sheila. Number 2, it's okay with you, me need to go take pee. Oh, if okay. If okay with you, me need to go take pee.
If okay with you, me need to take pee.
Yeah. 3, it's safe to come out. This is Sergeant Humanoid. Yeah. Number 4, I want to go back to the food nipple.
I think, do you have an idea on this one? Do you know it?
I don't know the answer. If I was to guess, I would guess the Sheila one.
That's what I was gonna guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go with whatever the answer is here. Oh, okay, so he put down... Okay, so he put down the answers, and then he also put, like, where they were, or something. Halo 2, sorry, Sheila, yelling Sheila was in Halo 2. It's very rare, even with the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull on. When you surprise a grunt and you're in a scorpion tank, it's a red versus blue reference.
Okay, so that...
at the time, I didn't think that they were doing that kind of red versus blue references in Halo 2. But I know they had like Rooster Teeth references in Halo 2. Next one, if okay with you, we need to go. We need to take pee. Halo 2 when idle.
Interesting.
The third one, it's safe to come out. This is Sergeant Humanoid. Yeah. Halo 3 when hiding.
So the food nipple? I thought the food nipple one was one from Halo 5, actually.
Oh, really? You thought it was in Halo 5?
Yeah.
I thought there was something about a food nipple in Halo 3 or something. But
right.
Hey, you know what? He said he made it up. So...
Have you seen some of the grunt, some of the savage things that grunts are saying in Halo Infinite?
No, I have not.
Can I tell you 2 of them?
Sure.
One of them is a grunt that goes, "Hey, Reach called. Just kidding. No, they didn't."
Oh, shit. Oh, my Lord. Wow. What a guy.
Such a savage thing to say.
What a guy. And then gets shot in the face.
And then the other one has to do with you know, I'm not gonna say that one because that one might be a little spoiler-y. But my favorite one that I've come across so far is if you, this has happened twice when I've grapple hooked a grunt. He just screams, "I hate everything."
Really?
It's just really funny. Yeah, I love the grunt dialogue in Halo 5 is really great.
In Halo Infinite or Halo 5?
Halo Infinite. Sorry if I said Halo 5. I misspoke.
Okay.
Although I thought that the grunt dialogue in Halo 5 was great too.
I don't remember the Halo 5 grunt dialogue as much as I remember how annoying it sounded to me.
Annoying to you, really?
Yeah, they sounded really annoying to me. Just the tone in their voice while they were, like, it completely changed. It changed so much. And well, it was high. It was really high pitched and like nasally and
you might not. I don't know if you're gonna like the Halo Infinite grunts then, because they kind of reminded me of the Halo 5 ones. The only difference is it's clear that they got Joe Staten back in the booth doing dialogue for them.
Oh, actually doing dialogue? Because he had like a distinctive voice, actually.
Yeah, I think he did all the grunt dialogue for Halo 2 and Halo 3.
Yeah.
But he's definitely back for Halo Infinite for sure. You can tell it's him.
I guess I'll find out when I do play it.
Yeah.
Next one comes from Captain Destroyer.
Captain Destroyer.
Fact! Did you guys know that the hunters are not one organism? They're actually a colony of worms, known as the Let Golo. Yes, I did know that as well.
I did know that, and if you watch the terrible, terrible movie called Halo Nightfall, you will see them in their most horrific sense.
That is true. As the Let Golo that amass to form a larger form to attack enemies. They were discovered by an arbiter of the past, and when he saw how powerful they were, decided to give them armor and a big boom weapons. Also, the Scarabs in Halo 3 are operated by the same worms as the Hunters, but to make sure they don't revolt, Brutes and other Covenant infantry are placed there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, next question from Captain Destroyer. Now that the Halo multiplayer honeymoon is over, what are some game mechanics you believe that Halo Infinite needs to stop, buff, or just fix?
Well, we both talked about melee earlier, but if I'm trying to talk about something else that's not melee, I think the thing for me would be maybe just working on desync issues and network issues. For me, it might not even be gameplay. It might just be like connectivity things. There are times when I'm behind a wall and I know that I'm dying when I'm already behind the wall, and because it's like what I'm seeing on my screen is not what the server is seeing. So when I'm behind a wall but I'm still dying, it's because the Microsoft server that's hosting the game thinks that I'm not behind the wall yet. And so that's just kind of frustrating. So for me, I think I like to see, and then big team battle. The amount of times that I get disconnected from big team battle, like when we're going in on community nights, is pretty frustrating. So I'd really like to see that ironed out as soon as possible, so that way that's not an issue at all. I want to be able to go in with the fire team, click on, okay, let's play big team battle, and then just get into a game without it being this huge thing where some people don't get in, other people get in, we have to restart it, kill the build. It's kind of annoying, so I want that to get straightened up as soon as possible. Those two things, I'll say.
Yeah, I know we've had it kind of tough the last couple of game nights whenever it's like, oh, hey, yeah, we have 5 people in our party. We want to go do some big team. Oh, we're disconnecting. Okay, let's try to, no, still disconnecting. Okay, let's kill the build. Okay, come back in. And so still disconnecting. Damn it. Okay, we'll just custom game.
Yeah, exactly.
Come back to it, and then just do big team battle, try again. No, disconnecting. Okay, we'll go back to custom game. Right, like, yeah. It's been kind of tough to deal with that. Hopefully they have a fix soon.
Hopefully.
Here's to hoping. I don't know what the problem could be there, though. Like, is it just lack thereof servers? Is there too many players or something?
I don't know.
Right?
I really don't know.
Okay. 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 Game Warrior asks, if you could make a campaign DLC, what would the DLC be about?
We kind of got into this a little bit earlier, but I think that I would like to see just a continuation of the mainline Halo story. Is really what I want. But I would not mind if you gave me a different Spartan squad and maybe gave me like 5 campaign missions with them that was based on like something else going on Zeta Halo or some other planet or something like that. I wouldn't mind that.
I might have an interesting idea, actually.
Go for it. What do you got?
Well, okay. Well, I haven't jumped into the campaign, but of course you do mention the tone and everything in the introduction scene, and the way I understand the story works is, of course, humanity's on their they're literally kind of cornered in a wall, like with their back against the wall kind of thing, and they have to kind of try to fight their way through, of course. But what if we got an expansion or a DLC about playing as the Banished, annihilating the humans on Zeta Halo? That pushed them back, pushed them to having their back against the wall.
Interesting. I wouldn't hate that.
I think that something like that could be further explored and could be kind of cool as an expansion because you already have the assets there.
Right.
You just need all like I guess you would probably have to just change some of the coding where it's just like, oh, okay, well if you're playing as Banished, then of course grunts are enemy or allies and humans are enemies. Right?
I don't think that would be too hard to do.
I mean, some of the stuff that they're saying seems like it's going to be hard to do if they can't do game types within a couple of months. Like...
Yeah, but if you just run the same AI and then what you do is you just flip on who the AI recognizes as an enemy instead of an ally, I feel like that shouldn't be too hard to do. And then basically you would just have to create elite skins for your Spartan, and then you could make them allied to the Banished. I feel like that would be a way to do it, but I don't know. I'm not actually a developer, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right, exactly. Or it could still be brutes. I mean, what is brutes a little too hefty to play as? I know elites are definitely far more athletic than brutes. I don't know how they work.
I don't know if I don't know. And the only reason why I thought elite was because like we had that before in Halo 2 and Halo 3, so it's like there's already this idea that the elites are kind of like the equivalent of Spartans but on the Covenant side, and they're not the equivalent of Spartans, but at least from like a gameplay and playing as them and height and everything like that, it's closest.
Oh, the elites?
Yeah.
Okay. I know there's a lot of people that do want to be able to play as brutes at some point, so this could be the perfect time to try to work it.
All right. Yeah.
Could be. Like it's not like, okay, well, the way I kind of like the way I would see a brute, like the way they move around as a game character that you play as, I would think would be kind of similar to that of Gears of War, and when you play as the locusts or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Right, because they kind of remind me, like physique-wise, they
look similar for sure.
Right, so yeah, something like that could be, if you can find a way to implement that, that'd be cool.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. A quick question here: which is better, shock rifle or sniper rifle? From Game Warrior.
I'm sorry. What's the question?
Which is better, the shock rifle or the sniper rifle?
Sniper rifle.
I would probably go with sniper rifle. I don't really use the shock rifle much, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I barely use it. Sniper rifle every day.
I'm struggling with both of them. Like even the new sniper rifle, I'm struggling with it.
Sniper's hard. Sniper's hard in this game.
It is very difficult.
Yeah.
When I feel like I have the shot, I definitely missed. Like, and I missed by a huge margin for some reason. So I got to figure that out. I'll slowly figure it out. If you could make a UNSC flagship, how would you design it?
I would take my hands and go like this, and then I would design the ship based off of the picture of my hands. So my fingers are basically all crossed and my hands are kind of like cupped in. That's how I would want the ship to look. Maybe it would be vertical. That's what I would do. That's a
clever idea.
Yeah, what would you do? Or I'd find my favorite sneaker and just design a ship that looks like my sneaker.
I would like to try to make one of Planky.
Oh, a perfect rectangle ship?
Yeah, a Planky ship.
A Planky ship. I don't hate that.
I feel like Planky would enjoy that too.
What do you think, Plank?
Yeah, dude, that sounds good to me.
He seems to like it.
Awesome. Another quick one. Captain Destroyer asks, Halo Infinite multiplayer weapons, do you think they need to be fixed, either buffed or needed or enhanced, so that they have a role in the sandbox? Ravager, I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Ravager I'm struggling with it. Something needs to be changed on that because it doesn't seem to work in the multiplayer sandbox as well as people think.
Yeah, Ravager I think is the only weapon that really needs to be changed. It seems utterly useless to me.
There was another weapon though that also I feel is not one that I would pick up or go out of my way to pick up. I just don't remember what it was.
The Brute pistol's kind of weird to me.
The Disruptor? That one's
I keep thinking, no, not the Disruptor. Isn't that the electric pistol?
Isn't that what the brute pistol is?
Nah, the brute pistol is the
Oh, the mangler.
That's it.
I haven't had problems with the mangler.
I don't like it. I keep trying to use it like the mauler from Halo 3, and it's not that. It's not that at all.
Oh, really? Because I haven't, other than the melee, missing the melee, I haven't had that much of a problem doing the working it like the mauler.
Well, the mauler had like a spread. This seems to be very like you need to have it. The aimer needs to be right on.
Right. I would say this is more of a hand cannon as opposed to a like the portable shotgun that the mauler used to be.
Okay.
That's the way I would look at it.
Okay.
And if you can look at it that way, I think the way you would use it would be very different.
Maybe, yeah.
You can definitely use it far at a longer distance.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about it. It throws me off. It throws me off.
Okay. Just Kylie. Going back to the theme now. I think for the most part, the rest of this will be very theme related now.
What was the theme again?
The theme, I believe, had something to do with New Year's resolutions.
It's a good theme.
And that's from Kylie. Kylie mentioned that as a theme.
Okay.
Which we are very thankful for. Because I guess we didn't really think of a theme until...
Shh, we don't need to tell everybody.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Kylie, you did a fantastic job at creating a theme for us. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Doing it 2 minutes before we went live. I very much appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. Okay. Trax doesn't.
Nobody listening has to know this.
They do. They need to know of the efforts of Kylie.
Yeah, we can just say Kylie did a great job in coming up with the theme for this week. Boom.
Kylie, you did a fantastic job.
We don't also have to go, and we suck. We suck. She's awesome, and we totally dropped the ball. Like, we don't need to say that we dropped the ball part, you know? We don't got to give out more information than we need to.
Well, I didn't say that.
I
didn't say that at all.
I thought you were on your way to saying that, maybe.
I was not on my way to saying that.
Did I jump in too early here? Okay. All right. So the theme's New Year's resolutions. What's the
theme is New Year's resolutions. Just Kylie asks, how do you feel about New Year's resolutions?
I like them. I like the idea of taking different events that happen throughout the year or throughout your life and using them as a catalyst for change. No, it doesn't always work, but the point is to keep trying. And if you can find something and rally around a certain point to make a better change in your life, then I think that that's an okay thing to do.
Cool.
What do you think?
I feel that New Year's resolutions is slowly starting to become forced on people. And I don't feel like they should be forced on people.
Oh, there you go.
Now,
when you say that, do you...
Sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead.
No, I want to hear what your question was.
I was just gonna ask, do you like what's that mean? Like when they get forced on someone, like do you feel like people like say, "Mystery, you need to do this for your New Year's resolution"?
That kind of stuff, yes. Like they tell you what you need to do, and then they also judge you very much on what your New Year's resolutions are.
Whoa!
And I don't think that's the right approach.
You need new friends.
Oh, this is just a common thing that I've seen, even with other people. Even my friends have that issue as well.
Yeah, well, I hear you.
Yeah, so for me, you know, like if somebody wants to create a New Year's resolution, you know, do it. You know, do it for yourself. Don't do it because people are telling you to do it.
Right.
Right. Otherwise, it's just gonna mean nothing to you.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, Kylie, hashtag new year, new me, hashtag same vibes.
Huh? No. Yes.
It said hashtag red, so.
Yeah, me. New year, new me. Yep.
Yeah, and then hashtag same vibes.
Now, really, you're really the same you. You're not a new you. You're not a new you. You want to be a better version of yourself, so you want to be a new you. But you're not a new you. Well, I guess you kind of are new you. Did you know that all the cells in your body are replaced within like 7 years or something like that? All of them. All the cells in your body die. Other cells take those cells away, and then they replenish them with new cells. So the physical body that you have right now is not the same physical body that you had 8 years ago. How about that shit?
Wow, I did not know that. That's new information.
Yeah. How about that?
They're saying that's what you think. I mean, hey, if that's true, that's cool, I suppose. So I guess after every 7 years there is a new you cells.
New 7 year, new dog year, new me.
There you go. Oh god. Okay. Next one from Just Kylie. You're welcome, Trax and Mystery. That is all. And then the final one from Just Kylie. Trax, will you get new glasses for 2022?
Who asked?
Just Kylie.
Said Trax.
I categorized. Just to clarify for the sake of chat, because they're yelling at me right now because apparently I'm not doing.
Chat is very upset that we're implementing this new rule tonight.
Yeah, they're yelling at me now, but I categorized like everybody's names or whatever. So if Kylie asked like 3 different questions between everybody else, I put them all under Kylie. Sister Trax did the same thing. She asked questions within everyone else, so I put her under Sister Trax, and I have 2 questions for her. And the same thing for Nessa, same thing for Paige, same thing for Orange to Call Dad, and so on and so forth. So like, they're all categorized by person and questions.
So what does that mean? This is the last question, or there's more questions after this question?
There's more questions after this.
Oh, okay. So what's everyone freaking out about?
They're freaking out because I'm not going in order of the questions that were asked.
Oh,
specifically. So if I did just Kylie's first question, Sister Trax asks a question, and then just Kylie does it again, and then Silly Goose Nessa does one, and then Sister Trax does one again. They're freaking out because I'm skipping questions.
I get it.
Right, that's what everyone's freaking out about. That's what everyone's yelling at me for.
Guys, this is why you got to join the live streams, because for the last 5 minutes, okay, I have these sub emotes in my chat left over from when I streamed of this character called Planky, and I have this one emote where he has a sword and shield because he's ready for battle. All I've seen for like the last 5 minutes is everyone putting in #riot. Oh, and then I have Planky with a sniper rifle. So all we see is #riot, a bunch of Plankies with sniper rifles, a bunch of Plankies with swords and shields ready for battle. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you join the live streams. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun in chat. Just hang out and chat for a little bit, and I'm sure you'll have fun. Dude, they've been going nuts. All right, what's the next question?
Darkly Knighted is like, dude, I thought he was gonna do that for a long time now.
Oh. God, that's funny, dude. That's funny.
Oh man, yeah. So to answer Kylie's question, Trax, will you get new glasses for 2022?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying my best. It's not even for 2022. It's that I need a day off to get an appointment for my prescription, and then I got to find one of those internet companies and get some frames, and then send it back, and then get all that stuff.
So it's a whole. Okay, all right. There's a whole thing.
There's a whole thing, dude.
There's a whole thing.
There's a whole
prediction.
thing.
Trax will get new glasses for 2022.
Yeah, I will
say that right now.
I got him.
Okay. See now because of the last comment by Sister Trax, I kind of want to skip her question and move on.
No, don't do that.
I just want to skip her and just keep going.
Nah, don't do that. What does she got?
Sister Trax asks, if someone forced you to have a New Year's resolution,
yeah,
what would your New Year's resolution be this year?
My New Year's resolution this year would be to add a new habit or take something away. Every month I would introduce like a new thing.
You would take a habit, like you break a bad habit and replace it with a new habit every once a month?
So,
is that what you're saying?
No, so like some months I would add a new habit, and some months I would take away something that I don't want to be doing anymore.
Okay.
Right? So like January, okay, I spent 20 minutes with the kettlebell, and every day in January I spend 20 minutes with the kettlebell, right? Boom. February comes. What do I add? a 10-minute meditation every single day. So I got my kettlebell going every single day. Now February starts. Okay, now I got my meditation going on every day. Get my mental fitness up. Okay, got my physical fitness, get my mental fitness, right? January, February, March. March comes. What do? I listen to a chapter of some kind of book that's about, improvement or business or something like that, something I'm into, nonfiction wise, right? Then I listen to like a chapter every single day. So now every single day in January, February, March, every single day in March, I got kettlebells, I got meditation, I got education, right? It could be education about podcasting or something like that. January, I had a list before. I kind of forget what some of them are. But yeah, stuff like that. Like once a month, introduce a thing, try it just for that entire, try it for the whole month, So that way, by the end of the year, I've removed a bunch of stuff that I don't want to be doing anymore, but I do because it's like out of habit or whatever, like lounging around, scrolling through TikTok for hours or something like that. So add some stuff that I want to be doing, take away some stuff that I don't want to be doing, and just take one thing at a time for each month. Just one thing, dude. Just chill. One thing and a small thing. Make it so it's so easy. It seems like you should make it harder, right?
Okay.
I
can get behind that.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Somebody put a gun to my head and said you needed a New Year's resolution. I'd tell them all of that.
If someone forced me to have a New Year's resolution, I'd probably try to slowly phase my responsibilities at the workplace out. By the end of next year. Because I'm definitely getting tired. And I'm also starting to affect like the content creation and all the other stuff that I really genuinely want to do and I genuinely enjoy doing.
Right.
Even though I have slowly started phasing out like for example my availability and such since the return. But I feel like I still have a lot of weight on my shoulders at work that keeps me there for longer periods of times that I want to just want to slowly kind of just get off of me and kind of eventually kind of slowly phase myself out without having to screw over the theater.
Good. I think that's a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question from Sister Trax. Trax/Mystery. Make an epic prediction for 2022.
An epic prediction. I predict that there will be a epic tornado. Some crazy fucking tornado that we've never seen before.
An epic tornado that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means.
The movie Twister.
I don't know what it means exactly. Yeah, like an F5 from Twister, something a mile long, Yeah, some kind of epic tornado. I don't know exactly what that means, but an epic tornado. What do you got?
An epic prediction for the year of 2022 would be, I don't know, the Halo TV series would be such a huge hit that it kicks off a cinematic universe for the Halo
Nice! Yes! I want that. Epic prediction. I like it.
It'll really start kicking off the video game movie genre.
Oh my god, I love this. Nice work. Nice epic prediction.
Yeah. Glad I did something right.
Chat is now on his side again. We should have a meter that like rates like how chat feels about you.
Is that something that can be made?
I think so, probably.
Oh god. Okay, next question from Silly Goose Nessa. Do you guys believe in the saying "New Year, new me"? I think
we kind of answered that. Not exactly, but new 7 years, new me.
Okay, so you believe in the saying "New 7 years, new me"?
Yeah, because your body replaces itself.
And you spell self with C-E-L-L dash.
Look, here's the thing. Are you a new you? No. But.
Are you a new cell dash F? Yes.
But. Could you use an event to be a catalyst as a way to show up differently in the world? You certainly can. So while a lot of people go, yeah, new year, new me, and then they chug a drink, no, you know, most people are saying that in vain, I'll say. But if you're feeling like, you know what, I need to show up differently in this world, and I'm going to use this year as a catalyst for it, statistically, I'm sure there's some kind of percentage of people who are successful. So, yeah. Go for new year, new me. Doesn't apply to everybody, but I'm sure it applies to someone.
Do I believe in the saying of new year, new me? No. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't.
I just love that I have this answer, and you go, no. Like, I'm not trying to convince you, and I don't want you to have a different answer because of me. I just find it funny.
Well, yeah, I have to try to make it different. Otherwise, we just yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, yeah, same, dude. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah,
exactly, dude. That's a huge problem.
That's a huge problem amongst us.
That's a huge problem, bro. Now we're agreeing that it's a huge problem. It's not that much of a problem, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Now you're getting it.
You want to argue that?
No, I don't believe in new year, new me. I believe in a new year, better me.
Oh, I like that.
That's something I can rally behind. Is a new year, better me.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay, next question from Silly Nessa. Who do you think's gonna die this year? Pretty sure Trax was wrong last year.
I was wrong. Norm Macdonald died. I was so fucking mad about it, dude. Who did I guess for last year? Do you guys remember? I think I guessed that Mark Wahlberg was dying. I think that I said Leonardo DiCaprio was gonna die. And I think I said Betty White was gonna die, maybe. Shirley dead? Who even is Betty White? I just know she's old.
She's an actress.
Yeah. Okay, who am I choosing for this year? Who's going to die? Who's going to die this year? I'm gonna freak people out and say I think Joe Biden might die.
Holy.
He really seems kind of old. I'll go with 3. Here's the 3 people who I'm predicting are gonna die in 2022. Kylie's gonna get mad at me. Let's go with I'll say the president, Joe Biden. I think he might die this year. I think Mark Wahlberg is gonna die this year for sure. And Joe Rogan. I think Joe Rogan's gonna die this year.
I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I even want to answer this question, because like what even is this question?
Who's gonna die? You have to predict who's gonna die this year.
This isn't Death Note, man.
No, you're not causing them to die. You're just guessing who's gonna die.
I know, but
just pick 3 names. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does, because apparently somebody's keeping track here.
Yeah, I'm 0 for 3 for 2021. Oh no, 2021's not over. Okay, guys. Who you got?
I predict that my Spartan will die several times in Halo.
Is this too morbid for you? Do you not want to answer this? You don't have to. You could just go to the next question. Just get to the next question. That's okay.
Krillin's gonna die.
Who?
Uh,
Who is Krillin? Is that
From
somebody you went to
Dragon-
school with?
from Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay. You don't have to answer this. That's okay.
Oh
my god.
I think Winter Soldier is gonna die this year.
All right. Who else?
There we go. All right, those are my 3. My Spartan in Halo Infinite.
There you go.
That's 1. Krillin is gonna die.
All right.
That's 2. And then Winter Soldier is gonna die.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Anybody saying that Tom Cruise is going to die this year, shut your mouth. Don't put it out there in the universe. I love Tom Cruise. All right, next one.
Plot twist: Morty's gonna die this year.
No, stop it. I really don't want to have to look for a new co-host.
No, Morty the character. Oh. Fuck.
Oh.
At the rate they're going, yeah, I might die this year too. What the fuck, man? I'm gonna have like a heart attack or something with these morbid questions.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you kind of already gone through this, but Mystery, tell us what. This is from Paige. Mystery, tell us what you think Trax would pick for a New Year's resolution.
There you
Now, if I was a betting man or something, I know you've already mentioned what yours would be.
Yeah.
But me at the time, I would be like, I would think that you would want to try to find more time to be able to do some content creation and so on and so forth next year.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because I know you really want to, but you know, of course, you're stuck with work and many other responsibilities. But if you could break some of those chains and do more content creation and so on and so forth, I feel like that would be a New Year's resolution that you would pick.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so would you like to do one for me, or would you like to move on to the next question?
A New Year's resolution that you would do?
Yeah, I mean, minus the one that I guess I said earlier because I said it.
Yeah, but you don't believe in New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
I would say that your New Year's resolution, if you did have one, would be to do content more. Probably the same as mine, actually. The same exact resolution that you came up with for me, I would actually think it would be your resolution too. And I'm not just saying that because it's the one you picked for me, but I really think that like doing more content is something that you really want to do, and so that's what I would probably go with.
Yeah.
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 That sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paige asks, why do you think this is going to be your year?
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
wait, is that something that I said earlier, that it was going to be my year?
I don't recall you saying that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I thought it was a generic, like, why do you think this is going to be your year kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm willing to share this year with everybody.
Okay. Don't I always share the year?
I'll share it. I won't be greedy.
Okay. All right.
You know what? Actually, this year will be my year because we should have come up with some like ideas for the show for what we wanted to look like. I think that this year we will have 1,000 followers on TikTok for the show. I think that we will have some regular advertisements that are going out on Spotify and YouTube for the show, and I think that we will have a nice, well-running, organized machine that produces content that is enjoyable for Halo fans and new Halo fans. That's what's going to make this year the year. That's what's going to make it my year.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, you know what I just realized? If I made a goal of 1K on TikTok, I need to 10x it. So 10,000 followers on TikTok. That's a new goal for 2022.
Wait, why do you feel the need to do that?
It's just like a thing I learned.
Can you elaborate, or?
Yeah, the idea is that like if you set a goal, it's probably too low, so you multiply it by 10, and then you multiply your effort by 10, and then even if you don't hit 10, you're going to hit way above whatever your original target was because you're going to put out a lot more effort than you normally would have. 10x.
Interesting.
It's a Grant Cardone thing.
It's a what?
A Grant Cardone thing.
What is that?
He's a guy who came up with this idea of like the 10x.
And is this like something that was taught in a class or something, or did you like?
No, a book. He wrote a book about it.
What book did he write?
It's called the.
Is that what it's actually called?
It's called the.
No, I thought it was like a chapter in a book called 10x. Like, for example, I have a book right now that I'm reading called The Outliers, and it has the 10,000 hour rule in it. So if I was to mention the book, the 10,000 hour rule, I would say it's from the book called The Outliers, not the book called the 10,000 hour rule.
The book is called the 10x rule. It's bro, your silence is hilarious.
I tried justifying it, and instead you just decided to just shoot me with the same thing. So like, what else am I gonna say?
It's called the 10x rule.
Clearly, I couldn't justify it, so fine. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the next question?
Paige says, Trax, I guess, thanks for working for the Postal Service. This is in response to Orange Crawdad.
Don't thank me. I don't work hard.
Okay. Orange Crawdad says to Mystery, thank you for everything you do at the cinema. Thank you. And then that's what got Paige to say, Trax, I guess, thanks for working for the Postal Service.
Wow. I guess thanks.
I guess thanks. And then Orange Crawdad says, I'm missing some mail. Nah, I'm joking. Thank you also for every piece of mail you've sent in your lifetime. People like you keep America moving. You could say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thanks. I forgot manners for a minute.
You could say you're welcome, Orange Crawdad. You're welcome, Orange Crawdad, for me working at a theater. I suppose.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay. All right. And then we'll do this last question from Orange Crawdad, which was the paragraph, and then we'll call it.
Let's hear it.
From that point onwards. Now, I haven't actually read this. I haven't read this, so this is gonna be first.
All right.
Shit, it's so long. I need your opinion on this one too, Real Mystery and DaddyTrax.
Okay, let's hit us.
So, me and my friend load up a game of Big Team Battle.
Yep.
The game mode that the game chooses is total control.
Ugh.
So pretty much the more people you have in the game, the better your chances of getting total control with all three zones.
Well, of course.
The game bugs while we load up. So me and my friend are in a team of 3 against a team of 5. I tell my friend that I'm not going to try because the game already has us at an unfair disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
And also the fact that every time things like this happen, the enemy team decides to kill and teabag me, and I really despise being teabagged.
Yeah.
My friend gets upset at me because I'm not trying. So after I'd say 3 minutes of him bitching at me and telling me I'm not going to get teabagged, I go out and try to take a zone.
Right.
I get 1 kill, take the zone, and I'm at, and then somebody comes behind me, kills me with an energy sword, and proceeds to teabag.
Right.
And then the game ends with us losing.
Right.
Now, my problem is that I feel like he should have respected how I felt about situations like this, besides him getting upset and telling me I should try or leave the game even though it's an unfair disadvantage for the whole game.
Right.
I need to know who's in the right here and who's in the wrong.
I like this. This is kind of like, am I the asshole? Well, here's what I'll say. For me, it depends. If it is a 12-on-2, I'm not trying. I don't care. I'm not trying. I'm going to try and have some fun. I'm not going to quit because I don't want to get banned for 10 minutes or something like that. If it is an 8-on-12, I will try to win that game. So for me, it really depends on like how disadvantaged am I. If I'm a little bit disadvantaged, I would be upset with my teammate for giving up just because we don't have the same amount of people as the other team. if I'm severely disadvantaged, where it's like, this is not going to work, well, I'm probably going to mess around and try and have some fun or something like that. So I don't blame you for not trying. If you really felt like there's no way we're gonna win, I don't blame you for not trying. Now, as for the like not wanting to be teabagged or something like that, I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks like, look, it's a part of the game. It's a part of like shit talking. Like we can't really shit talk because like not everybody is in the same party chat anymore. So like the shit talking that you do kind of happens like on the field. Could be somebody shooting your body after they kill you. Could be somebody teabagging you after they kill you. I think it's the kind of thing where you shouldn't take it personally. If you can help it, you should just think of it as like kind of like a strategy that they're trying to do to like just mess with you. You know, of course it's disrespectful. It's supposed to be disrespectful. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to throw you off. They're trying to make you upset so that way you play worse. Because when you're upset and you're emotional, you're going to have a harder time thinking things through and you're going to make more mistakes. So like that's the whole purpose of shit talking in sports or being disrespectful and that kind of thing. It's really to get an advantage. So if you're thinking to yourself, hey, I don't want to be teabagged. I don't want to be teabagged. I don't want to be disrespected in this game. There's a part of me that kind of thinks like, well, if you're close enough to winning, I think that I would want my teammate to try and put that aside so that way maybe we could win the game. But if you guys are totally getting blown out, to me it's kind of like, well, you know, I don't blame you for not wanting to go out there and just getting killed over and over and over and over and over and getting teabagged while your team is down. I could understand that being frustrating too. So I guess the real question is, were you really out of the game? And if you were really out of the game, I don't think there's anything wrong with you not wanting to go out there and getting killed over and over. Whether you're teabagged or not, I would understand my teammate saying, dude, I'm not going out there. However, if the game was close enough, I think that I would yell at my teammate and say, bro, let's get out there. Let's try and win this game. Don't let them get in your head. We can still win this. I think that would like if I was playing with you, that would be my rallying cry. Like, hey, bro, I hear you. I know you don't like being teabagged. They're just trying to fuck with you. They're just trying to get in your head. Let's show them up by beating them. Come on, we got this. I think that that's the approach that I would take. So I don't know if you were right or wrong because I wasn't in that game. But if you feel like you were getting blown out and there's no way you were winning, I trust your judgment. So I don't think that you did anything wrong.
I'm going to go with the Canadian answer here and then be like, I don't think anyone's right or wrong here. It's just, you know, I guess like in this particular situation, you have one person that seems pretty competitive based on the way you kind of describe them and how they want to play, right? And then you, on the other hand, you just kind of want to have fun. It seems like, right? In a situation like that, it's kind of hard to come to a consensus, especially when it's just two people, right? So there is no real right or wrong answer. Now, if I was in the situation of you, I would have probably, you know, gauged how, like, what kind of party am I playing with? Am I playing with somebody that's a little bit more on the competitive side like Trax, or am I playing with somebody, you know, that is just having fun for the sake of having fun? If the answer is competitive side with Trax, then yeah, I'll try to work with him and see how we can try to win the match.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to be playing with people that don't really care as much, you can darn well guarantee I'm going to be fucking around. All right. I'm going to be doing stupid shit. Like I will find a way to maybe make the biggest explosion I can on the map or something, you know, like I will do stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Just because it's fun for me. Right. And it kind of just, I don't know, sometimes you can have some really interesting interactions with the other team. Yeah, sure. They might be trying hard, but eventually they'll just give in to your stupid shenanigans, you know, or they'll just enjoy teabagging you. Either way, I'm getting a laugh out of it, so yeah. I don't really care.
I think it's probably best to try and find some kind of value out of the game in whatever way you can. So if there's no way you're going to win the game, try and have some fun. I think that that's a pretty good rule. You know, like try and get some kind of value out of the game that you're playing. Me, I'm really competitive, so I'm going to want to try... Dude, if it's 8v12, I'm gonna want them again.
Oh yeah, it's.
I don't even care if I win. I just want the other team to feel the hurt of a loss, right? So like, I want them to lose an 8v12 and them go, dude, How did we lose, man? We had 4 more people. I don't want them yelling at each other after the game and cursing at each other after the game. Like, I want that. So I'll try and win, but there's definitely a point where it's like, all right, let's stand on top of each other's heads and see if they can find us.
Yeah, Rabble says to make them work for it. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Exactly.
Light a
Make 'em
fire
work
under
for it.
their ass and let make them work for it.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, that basically wraps up questions. I mean, the last thing is Captain Destroyer saying, "Have a happy New Year, fellas. See you on the other side." But beyond that, there's no more questions.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here. What should we do? I guess join our Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, look for the Discord link in the chat and in the show notes. And join us on TikTok. You can find us at at Red Spartan Podcast, and on Twitch we are twitch.tv/Red Spartan Podcast. Join our Discord, follow our TikTok, follow the stream, come and hang out with us when we do the live streams. These happen every Wednesday night, usually around 9 p.m, sometimes a little bit later, depending on what's going on, but we update everybody in the Discord, so make sure you join the Discord so you get alerts. We have events going on every single week, whether it be ladies nights or community night, or when the podcast is going to be, because sometimes we do the podcast on a Tuesday or a Thursday. All of that information will be in the Discord, so make sure you join the Discord. I think that might be it for me. This weekend we do, I did not figure this out exactly. Stay tuned in the Discord to find out about community night. I'm not 100% sure if we're having it or not, because of, New Year's Eve is Saturday night, so I have to figure that out. However, January 7th is going to be our next ladies night. Hey ladies, if you are a lady and you have an XX chromosome, you can join our ladies nights, and the next one is on January 7th, hosted by Silly Goose Nessa. If you want some more information, again, join our freaking Discord and you can get some more information on that. At the very least, you can find Silly Goose Nessa on Xbox. Send her a message there if you want to get invited to that. That starts in the evening. I don't know, the ladies kind of do their own thing with that. I don't really mess with it all that much, but if you need to, get in touch with Silly Goose, and she can give you any more details that you will need. And I think that's it for everything on my end. Mystery, what you got? What do you got going on this week?
Well, to be determined. Everything's kind of in a shambles right now since the most recent email that went out at work. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be going in and work on Friday. We'll have to see. Things are kind of getting a little messy over here. But tomorrow's night stream, we'll find out. I'll find out later on tomorrow. Apparently, one of the players can't make D&D or may not be able to make D&D. So, if we do it, then I'll definitely be streaming that. If not, then well, I guess I'll just play something else. But yeah, beyond that, the only thing I can say is I'll catch you guys in 2022.
Yeah.
As in also.
Yeah, we will see you guys in 2022. Cool. Okay, I guess that's it. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for listening to the show. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Happy New Year's. Paranormal Cow says, give all the fleas hugs for me. So, in my last session of D&D, I ended up getting my hands on 5 golden fleas for my character.
5 golden fleas.
5 golden fleas. So we had to
5 golden fleas.
Yeah, we had to come up. So we as a community had to come up with names for the 5 golden fleas. I don't remember what the names exactly were off the top of my head. I'd have to go into my character sheet and tell you what they are. But their only purpose is to literally just make sure that I don't get infected by lice or anything else. They're just there. That's all they do.
I want to do D&D so bad. I feel like I'm missing out on so much.
Yeah, it requires quite the imagination. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I have an imagination.
Oh, I know you have an imagination.
Oh, do you?
I know you have an imagination.
I know I have an imagination.
I know you have an imagination.
Definitely have an imagination.
That's absolute facts over there about imagination.
Facts about imagination.
Let me see if I can pull up the 5 names I came up with, or the community came up with. So these are golden fleas. The 5 names are Fliango Montoya.
Nice.
That's one.
All right.
Bruce Flea is the second one.
That's a funny one.
Itchy is the third one.
Itchy and Scratchy?
Yeah, like from Itchy and Scratchy. Oprah Winfrey is the 4th one. And the last one is Eduardo. Eduardo.
I had 2 friends in grade school named Eduardo. No. One was Fernando. The other was Eduardo.
Ah. Nice. Nice. Yeah, so those are the 5 names of the golden fleas that I have on my character.
5 golden fleas.
And that's where you cut for the podcast. Right there.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out in the live stream. I hope you had fun tonight. Mods, you guys went nuts. I had so much fun. That was so awesome to watch. My apologies about the change up with the questions at the last second, but we kind of decided that like right before the podcast. So
that was, yeah. Literally before we went live, he just throws that at me. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's the kind of thing I do. Sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize to everybody. But I didn't want the podcast to go on for an extra 3 hours because of how many questions sometimes we get. So thank you for everybody who hung out. Sister Trax, I saw that you were in here the whole night, so thank you for being here. Now you don't have to like download the episode to try and like listen to anything that you missed because you were here the whole time. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Hey.
Everybody else, thank you for being here. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your week and have a happy and safe new year. All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.